Hello, 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 everyone. Hello. Guys, let me know first and foremost if you can hear me. Guys, let me know if you can hear me. Just put a one in the chat to let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Let me know, guys, if you guys can hear me. Testing, testing. Guys, let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hey, Miss World, how are you? How are you doing today? Oh, you say you're hearing me, but I'm low. Let me know if you guys can hear me any better. Can you guys hear me? Awesome. All right, guys. I came so close to canceling this live today. It's just been a busy morning for me, and I came so close, guys, to you know to canceling the live. But I wanted to have a conversation with you guys today. Just a bit of updates that's been happening in the space. I know sometimes we're busy and we're doing our own thing and we don't know what's happening in the space. So it's good when we can do like updates and things like that so you guys can reverse as to what's happening, in the space. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of the conversation today. It may not be a long conversation, but I want to be here. I wanted to be here with you guys. That way we can just have a little chat and then see how it goes from here. Don't forget, guys, on your way in, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Island Girl Ruby, I see you. Thank you so much for being here today. Island Girl Ruby, so big up to all crooks. Thank you, Island Girl Ruby, for being here. J Empress, always early and always here on time. Thank you so much for being here today. John, would big up yourself. Thank you so much for being here. Black Star Boy, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. One Yard Man, thank you for being here today. Barry Sims, thank you for being here. Father Crooks, big up yourself. Father Gore, big up yourself. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm just going through. I just want to make sure that I am not missing anyone. Islander Ruby. Annette Morrison, big up yourself. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for being a part of the convo. Mr. West, thank you for being here. Big up yourself. Mr. West says, blessing one side family. Big up yourself, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Don't forget, guys, to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you are indeed new here. That way you can be notified whenever I am live. The last time that we met here, we spoke about a little bit on, Vibes Cartel, regarding, the songs that he's been dropping. Not only that, but we kind of like spoke on a song that he dropped a few days ago. Not gonna dwell on that too much, but we just wanna talk about it just in a little bit in regarding that nobody's really talking about that song right now, if you guys notice. So we don't want to dwell on it or talk about it anymore. A lot of songs has been dropping. HM, big up yourself. Thank you for being here today. A lot of songs has dropped for the year thus far. And very very little of them have had impact thus far. Yes, very little of them have had impact so far. As we sit and we're patiently waiting for Massacre to drop his first song for the year. We are patiently waiting. Life Application, big up yourself. Thank you for being here today. I don't know if I've ever seen you here before, Life Application, but if you are new here, please go ahead and like and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys being here. Guys, we're here just having a conversation today. I do have some notes, some things I wanted to go over. Nothing long for today. Just kind of like keep you guys posted, or kind of like go over some things that's been happening in this space. That way a lot of you guys can be notified as to what's happening. Given the fact that times, there's so much happening all at once and we don't know. Oh, no, Mills, I can't get with this. Please share up on. I'm just in a JM, because I'm good. I promise I'm good. I'm just in a space right now where I have to just be mindful, because it's a lot has been happening today, and what needs to be done needs to be done. So I'm good. I promise I'm good. I'm wearing my headphones also, so I'm just kind of like very mindful of my space and where I am right now. But I'm good. I promise you guys that I'm good. Hearted Famous, thank you so much for being here. Hearted Famous have always, whenever I drop something, has always been in my comments. Always commenting, always liking. Thank you, Hothead Famous. I appreciate you. I see you, and thank you for all that you do. Yeah, guys, I promise I'm good. I'm just in a space right now where the content need to happen, and by the hook or by the crook, it's gonna happen today. So I promise I'm fine. And I don't know where my manners went, but how did you guys' love day went? I'm still seeing a lot of things on the internet surrounding Love Day. A lot of drama, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. How you guys Love Day went? Island Girl Ruby, how did your Love Day went? Since I hate to put you on spot, but you're like the last comment that I have in my thing here, so I want to ask you. Big up yourself, Boss Don. Thank you for being here today. J Empress, do I need to ask you how your Love Day went? I think you had a blast, I would think. Let's see how the other ladies and the men them here too, men and ladies. How did your Love Day went? I hope you guys had a blast. Island Girl Ruby said, excellent. I'm still uncle. That's awesome, Island Girl Ruby. That's amazing. 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 Yeah, guys, I wanted to like, talk a little bit about what's happening in the space. Obviously, one of the things that we want to talk about is I saw where there was a post that went out for DJ Mac. I think I saw it a few days ago, where he's planning a world tour. I don't know if you guys saw that as yet. John Wick and Mellz, how was your live today? What do you mean, John Wick? I'm live right now. How was your John Wick? I don't get what you're saying. Uh-huh. Annette Morrison, big up One Side Alliance. Miss Empress, what's going on? Welcome to the panel. It's been a long time.
Mellz.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hi, Mel. Good, good afternoon, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Listen, I need you to cheer up, sweetheart.
I am sure. I promise
Your
you, I'm
voice
fine.
is so sad, and I
No,
love
it's
listening to my fun sis. And you need
all
to
right.
tell me who I need to go beat up, whom I need to put in on the scope for you, because I need you to cheer up a little bit.
All right. So, I mean, I want to look at space right now. J Empress, but promise we can tell about it later. Some of them have to just kind of like, put on a little undertone voice and stuff like that. But I promise I'm fine. We can't just be, my
All right,
loud
then.
self. But I
All right, no
promise.
problem. Well, may I get ready for go up on the road? So,
Mm-hmm.
may I go try listen to you while may I get ready and everything like that? But me check in with you later, yeah? Big up
Yeah,
yourself.
absolutely. All right. Big up yourself. Thank you. Not to read. Well, big up yourself. Not to read. Pascal, big up yourself. That man Indigo, big up yourself. Thank you so much for being here today, guys. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw it. DJ Maki's prompt is going to do a world tour. That is something that is in the works. More information on that to come. Obviously it's still in the pipelines, and a lot of us probably wondering how would that work. But as far as he is concerned, well, as far as I am concerned, I would think that he would have, all the artists that's on the WYFL rhythm do the tour. That's what I'm thinking right now. He wants to his first stop to be in London, so that's pretty interesting. Section Chevy literally said as we say it, yes. It should be very interesting, Section Chev. I would love to see something like that happening. But again, it's still in the works, it's still in the pipeline. And hopefully by then when the tour starts, there would be much more rhythms and more artists. So it would make it a big impact, not just for him or for the artist, but for Jamaica and the culture overall. So I think it's a very, very good idea. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. So it would be really amazing, to it's a great place to start, especially on the path of getting back dancehall to where it used to be. And it's a good look for the culture. It's a very smart move. That's what I think. Most artists don't have visas. I mean, that's true. That's true. That nine indigo, but then it's, I guess, a perfect time to try and get it. My granny always say, if you want good, your nose have a run. So, you know, do what needs to be done, and hopefully, you know, they be able to get their, you know, passports or visa. That way they can travel. Sexy Chef say yes, it's going to be a great for the culture if it does go ahead. Yeah, I think so too. With great planning and being very strategic, I definitely think it could work. Lots of these new artists, they would be able to get the exposure that they need being on a world stage. So that would be an experience of a lifetime. Miss World said that's a good look for the genre, but Foggy gonna fight to close all shows and it cannot keep up. That's true. Sometimes, well, I think we kind of like give him a little bit too much. This man is withering away, and I think sometimes we give him too much power. But I think he has no other chance but to kind of like sit and watch greatness unfolds. And even though he's on this particular rhythm, he's definitely gonna have to keep up with these younger artists, because at the end of the day, he's competing, so he's definitely gonna have to keep up. I mean, I'm sure, Lifestyle Indigo, I'm sure that there are different ways that they could go about it. And again, it's still in the works, and with, specific planning, it would it would work out, one way or the other. Specifically speaking for those artists who, like you said, they cannot travel. Yeah, but I think it's a good look on the culture though. Speaking of the culture and speaking of the WYFL, I couldn't help but notice that 2 days ago, Kabaki Pyramid, he entered the he entered the chat on the WYFL rhythm, and it was a freestyle. It's a freestyle that is called Toxic. Yeah, Annette Morrison said it's a good initiative. Yeah, it is good. Like to literally, you know, touring and traveling, and then it's like a whole team, all set of artists. That's definitely a good look on it, Morrison. So yeah, and especially that the rhythm is expanding. It's definitely expanding. And Kabaki Pyramid, I see 2 days ago he upped on the rhythm as a freestyle, a song called Toxic, and it was really good. Like Kabaki have never disappointed me yet, never. So it's really a good look on the expansion of the on the rhythm, and I'm still hoping to see other artists on the rhythm as well. You know, just to kind of like showcasing your talent and just kind of be a part of this popular rhythm. Mhm. Boss of 32, I think it's a little bit too early. Well, it's not early, it's after one, but it's midday. It's midday for you to come with this all of this energy to the forefront. I think it's way too early. You have all of this SYM in the chat. I don't even know if you know what SYM means, but anywho, just a distraction. On another note, speaking of updates, I came across a song from Skillibeng, and while I didn't want to talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it because he doesn't even know what it means, your Empress. I really pity these people. I really do pity them. I really do. Yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about a song that I came across for Skillibeng, and while I'm not the one to really say talk about Skillibeng, I just want to be able to mention because again, when it comes to Masika, Masika cannot breathe into the space without a lot of people coming to attack and critique everything that he does. And at the end of the day, we have artists out there that are simply um, being compared to Masika, whether young, old, or in between artists are being compared. Hey, Father Cox, pick up yourself. Thank you for being here today. Guys, listen to Miss World now. Miss World said to like up the live. And if you're new here, guys, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're here. One Sika King, big up yourself. Thank you so much for being here today. Let me see what Baxter King said. Big up all crooks. Yeah, drop any day. Yeah, no, to make sure your fiction going on. I'm not hearing no song. More drop 2026. So bad. Yeah, I mean, one. I mean, there's not a lot one Sika King, but there's a couple of them out there. Maybe I could say a couple to few of them that is out there, if I'm being honest. Because again, we still cannot get over the Anthony B, who is now hitting, over 1 million views on that song that he did on the WYFL rhythm, and that was a banger. In all honesty, that was a banger. Joshua with his new song out. People in the comment section, and I would definitely agree when I listen to the song that it's a instant hit. The Joshua song that says pain and pleasure. That song is well put together, and you can literally tell from the vibe that it's an instant hit. So yeah, I kind of want to talk a little bit about Skillibeng because a song came out for him a few days ago, and I want to speak on a song just a little bit because I know that a lot of times that these artists get compared to Massacre, and we are out here in the space, and we want you guys to know that, listen, hey, when we hear certain things, you can, or you hear certain things, you guys can come to us and can rest assured that nothing too special, nothing really is happening, or something big or something special is happening. And especially an artist who is, always being compared to Massacre, whether lyrics, whether levels, or whatever the case may be. I just wanted to point out a few things. And this is not, at the person, this is just based on the body of work. So we are critiquing the body of work, that is. So he had a song called So Phenomenal, right? And all that I heard in that song was just a recycled flow. Like every time that I hear Skillibeng say something, it just always sounds alike. It always does. So it was just a recycled flow. It sounds just like the song that he did about I like Ivani. It literally sounds just like that song. So it's not a competitive song. The lines are not what they're what the crowd expects it to be. you know um it's just that lots of time people are capping, so I just wanted to put that out there, that not even close, not even close to Massacre. And even in that song, So Phenomenal, like he keeps like repeating like the same old lyrics, like shake it to the max, shake it to the max. I'm like, okay, you know even with the lyrics themselves, like, so you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me any better. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so even with the lyrics, guys, even with the lyrics, you'd realize that he talk about pretty than pretty than a model on Google. Yeah, you know what, fluffy like a poodle. So like it makes it like what? Like it just so the lyrics are just so cringy. And this is the so-called lyricist that you're talking about. So it just goes to show how like corny and how weak, these lyrics really are. So again, nothing special there. So in the next conversation, when they compare this artist to Massacre, you guys already have an idea what's happening or what's going on in these artists' heads, and the lyrics that they're putting out there. It's really not something to compare Massacre to. Let's see. Kyle, big up yourself. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you guys for joining the live today. Today, if you're just joining, we're having a conversation. We're just going through a few things that's been happening in the space, just to keep everyone, updated. Going through some things where artists is concerned, while we're tying it back to, of course, we're tying it back to Massacre and what's happening in the space. So if you're just joining, we kind of touch on, DJ Mac. He's planning his world tour, and that's something very interesting. At the Crocs, they're not the only person who promotes events on also very noting no much years. Yeah, there's nothing much one side thing that's happening with Skillibeng. Yes, he has, a few international collabs, and that's amazing. And what people will talk about, oh, he has billions of views. Yes, but all of those views are through those collabs that he has done with those other artists. Hero Thompson, big up yourself. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for joining. Yeah, one side king. A lot of those they always try to like prop him up and fluff him up, but there's nothing much that's happening with him. There's nothing much about him that's really organic. And then it's just it's not the man we're talking about. We're talking about the body of work that this person has put out. It's have always been a conversation of, the people who is, it's always been a conversation of the collabs that he has done, but we are yet to see what he can really do by himself, and not just on a one-off situation, but just being consistent. And then we're having this conversation right now because, again, this is one of the persons that's been compared to Massacre. So we're here to tell you nothing serious. Bring forth the information that nothing serious, nothing really organic that's happening at this moment in time. Speaking of which, Alkaline continues to be weird. I don't see him downtown anymore, but I see him up and about in different areas. I don't know if he's still working on that music video, but I saw him meeting up with some fans recently, and believe me when I tell you, it just doesn't, it just gets weirder and weirder, I promise you. Big up yourself in a Simba. Thank you so much for joining the conversation today. Yeah, Simba, like him sing and sound lazy, like somebody, and then just throw some stuff together and then just go voice it. That's what I get from his lyrics. Yeah, there's nothing special about the lyrics. But yeah, he's Alkaline is up and about in the streets, and he's still giving that weirdo vibes. Might be a little bit better than the first video that we saw of him downtown, but he's still in that element, from his pose, his posture to everything. I'm like, bro, just relax and let it flow. Like, where have you been and what have you been doing? You're right on time, Will Thompson. We're here just having a little conversation. I mean, today, it may not be one of those long lives today. I'm just up and about today, in all honesty, and it's been a very busy day for me. And versus I didn't want to cancel, I wanted to just have a conversation with you guys. So we're just kind of like going over what's happening in the space, in the space right now as far as dancehall is concerned. Yeah, you just joined Roy Thompson, but literally somebody like hopped on in the chat and alone SYM, they were just pushing out there. Lone SYM, they were just pushing out there. Like I think that's all that they know. But that's fine though. That's the only thing in their vocab, and that's fine. On the topic of Alkaline, am I the only one who realized that we have not gotten any song for the females from Alkaline in a while, or am I bugging? Am I the only one, chat, that realized that we have not only have we have not gotten any substantial songs from him in a while, and No Emotions does not take him off the hook any at all, because that one did not land. But I also noticed that he has not done any. Joey, let me know if you can hear me any better. Can you hear me any better, Joey? Guys, let me know if I still sound muffled. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I was saying, Joey, that I noticed that not Massacre, but Alkaline have not had a female song in a while. And it came to mind the other night because I know that his fans have always, like, for some reason, they have this whole thing about massacres female catalog, saying that, oh, he doesn't have a female catalog. Whole time he dropped a whole EP dedicated to the ladies. But then I couldn't help but notice that Alkaline does not have. It's been a while. All right. All right, let me take my earphone off, guys. Give me 1 second. I want to take my earphone off. Hey guys, let me know if you can hear me now. I just took my earphone off. Let me know what the sound quality is like. Let me know if you guys can hear me. And if it sounds better without the earphone, well, obviously, I think it will. Can you guys hear me any better? Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I was saying, guys, earlier that I couldn't help but notice that Alkaline does have not done a female song in a while. It's been a while since he has put out a body of work that's, I would say, that is dedicated to the females. And I noticed that because one of the things that the his fans have always been talking about as far as it comes to Massacre is that, oh, Massacre doesn't have a female catalog, and the whole time he have put out an EP dedicated to the ladies. And then I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, it's been a while since I've heard him put out a body of work that's literally dedicated to the females. I mean, in 2016, that was a year where we know a lot of things. He has a whole lot of, female songs. 2017, they're about 18, but of late, not a lot that's been happening, you know. So I think that's kind of weird, and that's something to really, look into, So I just wanted to bring that forward. Right. Kill quick. All right, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the live. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Father Crook, say him a fish. Big up yourself in a Marshall. Marshall has entered the chat, guys. Rotham to say blinds. I want artists, mana troll. We're proud to have an artistic DJ doing him thing for dancehall. Rotham seeing a easy at all in a Rothamson. Monsieur One Sika King says Skilly Bang last hit song where him fine by himself is no why that was okay. That was in 2023. An over 75 song release since him last hit solo. Yeah, that's true. Like there's no organic growth with some of these artists. And it's not about the man, it's about the music. Like some of these music, there's no organic growth. And yes, you might be good for a little time or good for a collab, but you have to learn how to be substantial on your own. And I think that's a part of where the problem lies, where a lot of these artists, they don't know how to be organic on their own. And again, we have to have this conversation because these are artists that are compared to Massacre. So we have to let the people definitely know that these artists, they pose as no threat. There's nothing big, there's nothing phenomenal, there's nothing fantastic that's happening with these artists in the space. Speaking of original, I didn't get the opportunity to speak on that song preview that dropped with Vibes Cartel and Shensia. So I kind of want to dive into that a little bit today. No originality. So they start to tap into other people's ideas. They starting to tap into projects from 6 years ago, but that still won't help them, and it's still not helping them. So I'm just speaking on the song that Vibes Carter did with Shensia. It's not an original. It's not an original song. It's literally a recycled song. And I don't know what's happening between him and Spice. I'm not saying that something happened between both of them, but this is literally a recycled song from 6 years ago that he did with Spice. And you can tell, you can hear it, fans hear it, other people who are mere so not fans, they are hearing it, they're talking about it. Lots of people here are even saying it even sound like a recycled Skilly flow as well. And I don't know about anybody, but Skilly just have one flow in the music. So there's nothing amazing. It's just all familiar flows, familiar sound, nothing special that's happening. So we're saying this to say that we have our eyes on you, Faggy. We have our eyes on you because you always send your minions them out to attack. So we're here to keep an eye on you to let you know that whatever you've been doing, whatever you have been doing since year, it's simply not working. Hey, Clean and Fresh, big up yourself. Thank you for joining the live today. Jojo, big up yourself. Thank you so much for being here. Jojo, I don't know if I've seen you here before, but if you are new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the live today. Lex Boss is Spice now bringing no views. I don't know what's happening with them, Lex Boss, but I think, the somewhere along the line, the sauce is missing, or the spice is missing. So wherever it is, we need to find it. Oh, you've been here before. Awesome. Well, I need to see you more often then. John Wick, go on, big up yourself.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
hear
hear me,
me?
Wick? Yeah, I can hear you now.
There, man. Big up yourself, big up the entire swamp. You see me I say?
Big up
Me I
yourself,
say,
John Wick. Big up to the swamp. Yeah, go ahead.
look away. Um, from Russian and Spice, the man have to move to DJ make and Shensi of your hype.
Yeah, it's
It's,
it's
You know, look how we
Um,
out here, man. After them desperate.
it does, and that's the thing, and that's why it's good when we can be out here in this space and we can bring forth that, because to some people it's wonderful and it's amazing, but there's nothing special that's happening. There's nothing special that's happening.
Like him
You
a try
know,
drain everybody energy he can get. You see me I say?
that's exactly what's happening. You know, that's exactly what's happening in simple Shensia. Let's see how, how it goes after this collab with
After
Shensia. I
after
mean,
how after how you saying the Chelsea, I mean, I'm surprised they even pull back there. I did actually end the girl career at one point, but
but everybody know, Lex, how Vibes Cartel can be. He just use and abuse people. And I don't know like what's happening. I don't know if he's like a Jamaican P. Diddy where is like him what keep tabs and him keep records on these people, or when they blackmail him
no,
or something. I'm just
no man.
desperate to know.
You have to remember say Chelsea is a victimized system, yeah, stock syndrome. Because after the whole promo vision video with the preview of the collab with him and Carter, Mr. Can do one video, he must say, oh, Cartel is idol and you write like Cartel. A Cartel inspiring how to write song. She just think about how Cartel write a song. I'm like, girl, yeah.
But you know
It's
what
like
I would
another skill. It's like how skill
mhm.
operate. Realize that such and say I start operate now when it comes to Cartel.
But what I would say though, because when you tend to see people behave like this, you would realize that they lack individuality, where they don't know themselves. So if you don't know yourself, it's so easy to emulate or trying to be somebody else. You know what I mean? Because if I am an artist, right, and I know the type of person that I want to be, right, and regardless of the fact that there are other artists out there that you'd be like, oh my god, like this person is amazing, and the achievement and the things that they have done, I would love to be in that place at some point in time, if that makes sense, right? But I would never go out there to say, oh my god, I want to be Lex, I want to be just like Lex, or type of thing, you know what I mean? So
I,
it's a very thin line, you know, emulating somebody, and there's a very thin line where you just get caught up in this thing where this person just become, you know,
uh,
all
I
that you
think
want to be.
I think when them feels they understand is that you have to understand say you have to separate fandom from being a co-worker. Now for them
Mm-hmm.
when I realize that they are co-workers and to me, if me and you work in the same industry, yeah, me can
Mm-hmm.
have respect for you, but an idea we are co-workers. You understand me, I say? And sometimes them not understand. I don't think them have the mental capacity to understand that. Listen, you have to be stand for business and you have a brand. You can't just well, everybody look for life differently, but I look for it just like oh, you are a co-worker, me and you work in the same industry. We can respect each other, but never stand for branding. You understand me? I say, but yeah,
Yeah.
you have some people miss that, and Chelsea, might be through Russian them all them people
Mm-hmm.
that we in our we help push our career aligned to that camp, you know. So maybe that's why she go so hard with this. But uh, sad though.
Hold on there. Hold on there. Me notice a pattern here, so. Does Shensia have a single, like a big hit single?
So not in a
Solo.
long while. Not in a long while.
What was our hit single?
Uh, well, not really a chance here. Really a chance here, but all our big
Yeah,
songs them lately.
it's been a while, man. Cause I think it would have been from the same era they when she did do that song they with in the Tiger them time. So it's been a really a while.
Yeah.
It,
So
No,
it's
but
is
it's
is
like
is,
really
is Shensia the female version of a Skilly Bang? Only collabs them can the road with.
I'm I mean there's a pattern there. That's what I would say. There's definitely a pattern there.
I think
And go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Lex. No, you go ahead,
I,
Lex. Go ahead.
I think the thing is, you see, when it comes to internationally, Chelsea have a more international appeal for collabs, just like a Skilly. You understand me? I remember so they're bought by major label, you know. Cause I is it Chelsea? You see what Chelsea have over Spice? Chelsea is more commercial than Spice. She have the image and all that stuff. She fits certain criteria compared to a Spice. Even the other day, I remember say Molly and she have a little beef go on, you know, because she take over Molly song and want to run it like a fair. And I think Molly had like they had tried to tell her say yo, she cannot perform the song and like that and all that stuff. And I think she did a perform and I said no girl can tell him how to perform this that song and so some little brief thing that brewing are going, you know. But you know, Chelsea is the type of person where if she not get if she not have a proper she need people. She ride wave too because she have to get
Well,
people.
I kind of people like hot things are enough for them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause
they yeah they're
even the
go
same
ahead.
call even the member say she don't want on the Russian rhythm, you know. When Cartel flop off and him and his son them, you know. And Mascot do rich sex, Valiant do passenger princess. Change said do a song funny and he flop. To be real, nobody even remember say she do one song funny, don't.
Yeah, I saw somebody Lex in the comment section that says that Shensia has hit songs. Nobody's disputing rather that she has a
But
bunch of hits, but we're disputing, right? When
he
last
can't run a
have
one
we
of them in my
seen
call. He can't
Deja?
run. This a man
Yeah, but
uh,
we're talking about individual singles though,
singles,
not
bro. Individual. Him
not
alone.
something
She
with
alone.
collabs.
Not collabs.
And no,
She
and
alone.
nobody's here styling anybody. We're here and it's a conversation. So you don't have to be here. So if you're gonna be here and tell us what to say, how to say, when to say, then you can go somewhere else.
Well,
And it's not and the conversation is not even about, because I know you guys always pull for that, talking about giving Masika his most view collab, and that's not that's not even the point that we're trying to
Minus
make.
Massacre fight song. Minus Massacre fight song, man.
Minus massacre of the song, tell us what it would be, because we're picking up on something. Captain Obvious, right?
no.
Captain Obvious, we're picking up on something here, we're pointing it out, that there are certain people in the dancehall music that they cannot simply stand on their own organically, stand on their own 2 feet and create good body of work without being a part of other people's project.
All right.
So
Next. Oh,
go ahead, Lex, go ahead, Lex.
is the first way I talk about a massacre give Chelsea our biggest collab. I beg to differ because remember I said there's a version out there with Valiant. Valiant leaked his version. And nobody even did not even look on it. And all of them big artists, yeah, especially in the reggae scene, if Massacre wasn't the one who I give them some good collab, why them I request him to do a collab and I like a Massacre run them down and I say, yo, put me on a song, you know, or the other way around.
Yeah,
You
but Lex,
understand me?
we don't even need to get into even Massacre's collab career, because then if we really get, and which maybe one day we will, maybe one day I will, and we can really talk about it, that this man, everybody knows it in dancehall that he is the hit machine. And Vibes Cartel know, right? Vibes Cartel know that one of the biggest mistake that he he have done last year was to throw stones behind him, burn his bridges when he drifted from Massacre.
I think I'm
Everybody know
alone.
that
Mm-hmm. You throw stone in the pan, in the swamp. You never throw it
in,
I
behind
think
him.
maybe the
You throw it
swamp
in
was
the
behind him
swamp.
too.
I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm alone in
Never.
that.
Why?
I'm
I know
sorry.
because you know.
Let me take that back completely. He throws stones in the swamp.
Mm-hmm. The man, the minions come try to throw stone in the swamp,
Yeah.
throw them never to do
Hey,
crops in there. Look.
Absolutely.
I know for
Go
cause
ahead.
cartel. I know for cause cartel a lot of business opportunity, you know. That's why you have to step out the other day, you know. 'Cause I remember say when the whole thing go down, I know for first run out, you know.
But
And even TJ, the manager, did come out and I try fit pretty up things. He made I say, you know, Gaza genocide, force quick massacre picture, cartel picture, and say, yo, a Gaza genocide and all that stuff. And it so happens that nowadays, cartel I say, a TJ and a lawyer and him alone can speak on behalf of him. Yes,
mhm.
yes. But even CJ Milan, even if he come out and attack, CJ Milan comment and say, yo, not tired of this nothing. So
But
I mean,
you know what, Lex Boss, they have allowed it to happen for so long. So he has been always talking and nobody have come to the forefront to say anything. So if you have not said it, I'm gonna continue to talk. Right? That's what it is. So if every time something happen and Nuffy can just come out and say whatever and feel like him can beat down other artists and him can beat down other people and say whatever, and Vibes Cartel or the team have never come out and say anything, right? He's gonna continue. So it makes the people ask the question like, why all of a sudden it's because what it's Grammy and we're Grammy, or because it's Grammy and Grammys on such a wide scale, and them are run them Grammy so much, why them have to literally swallow them pride and put things in order by hushing up, nothing all of a sudden. And not just that, but making apologies and stuff like that. Like, like why all of a sudden? But Nofi have always gotten the opportunity to speak however he wants to speak, you know. So,
yeah, you think go, you know your boss. You have some people, they love hype with people accomplishments.
mm-hmm,
Them not have no. Anytime you them have a conversation, it always about what them boss this or what them friend this. Them not have nothing to bring to the table.
mm-hmm,
And you realize that from Carter come out of jail at that time, you see Murphy is so vocal and willing for this anybody because him always have to run behind Carter shadow. So we grown to know accepts that anything where him say he might do it on behalf of him boss. I
mm-hmm,
don't know it. You understand me? I just show I go a Grammy and he will want it. 'Cause if he never want it, he wouldn't be a submit so much. You have to submit your album now. And a Grammy just get up and say, oh, we're gonna nominate this person. No, you have to submit. So if you never want it, why submit in the first place? No?
Else them I say to read the chat.
yeah, I hate me. I scroll up on me and say what happening now. Bad dark skin. Tell me how far up me need to go. Going now. But me at Okay, all right, okay. So guys, Justin Massacre will be on a regular lineup. This is I don't know. I think this is one of the best news I've gotten all day.
Oh. Mm.
So guys, you know what I mean.
Where
Let
you
me
get
type
that?
that really quick.
You sure? You sure?
You're
Yeah,
sure?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, a top man put in on the chat right now. Top man, is that true? Top man put in on the chat that Massacre is gonna be on Regaland's lineup.
I
So
forgot. I forgot.
me tag it to the stage so everybody can see it. Me no,
I
we
forgot.
can top man
I
make we know
forgot.
now.
I forgot verify that
Tap in.
information. There.
Yeah, tap in for a minute now make we see what happen. Come talk about it if that's the case. But dark skin say at Natty Reid they add Friday to the lineup. Okay, so we can fact check that and look into that a little bit more.
Say in book for summer jam.
Yeah, and
What regular?
that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. I know that there's a lot of bookings around that time, so it's good to kind of like get more info on that. So I don't know if Tapman is here. We can talk a little bit about that. Rotham said, "Did anyone see Jay progress now beating the Gaza fans? That was unbelievable to watch. I haven't seen it yet, Ro Thompson. But you guys can follow me on Instagram. I have two pages over there, and then you guys can send me these things so I can, react to them. Let me see what else is happening here.
It's it's crazy still. Oh, everywhere you turn on TikTok, Cartel have number one, two, and three on iTunes and all that stuff. And anytime Massacre or Alkaline go number one, the same guys up on him and say, that's not nothing, that's not nothing, car. Anybody you can anybody can go number one, you just need just 30 sales or about 30 sales can put you on number one for the day and all that stuff. But yeah, it's crazy.
Sexy.
Everyone.
Hey, Sexy Chef, give me 1 second, Sexy Chef. All right, so real top man says with Burner Boy, Christopher Martin, and Julian Marley. Okay,
Yeah,
so we can.
I just called in to confirm that that is true because I've checked their IG page and I've checked their official website, and Massacre
Mhm.
is actually confirmed to perform at
Ooh.
Reggae Land 2026.
Clock it, guys.
Clock the tea.
Clock this game. Listen, guys. Me have to take time to talk still, and I'm feeling me look a nice voice still. But like, man, I know how them I go managing a sexy chef. I don't know how them I
Problem.
go manage, cause
Problem. Mel's. Problems.
being a man alone over there. You know, being a man,
You already know. King of
being a,
performance. You already know. Problems. Then Faggy's gonna come here with his knee brace like he did in September.
like. I don't even know where to start. Let's clean and fresh confirm the regular land added Friday line up Burner Boy, Massacre, Christopher Martin, and Julian Marley so far. Okay, clock that tea, clean and fresh. Thank you. So somebody else confirm that sexy Chev.
Yeah.
This is gonna be amazing to see, cause
Well, Mel's,
mhm,
remember our artist, according to Gaza, our artist is nowhere. But we're on
mhm,
the same show, we're getting booked for the same show that your artist is performing on. So please, Gaza fans, come and explain because our artist is nowhere. Yeah? Our artist can't even pass airport according to you, Gaza fans. How did we make it to Reggae Land? We never fought for that. We never fought for that. They want us on the show. What are you guys saying to me?
Sexy Chevy, I go hear all sort of something right now.
Yeah, yeah, no. Wick,
that's why
there is
Chev even
nothing they could
hold on.
say. There is nothing they could say.
We already book out the year, you know. Actually, every month is a different show somewhere. So, and like, we didn't need that. Like, some
Exactly.
man
Hi,
they have an
Matty.
empty calendar. Some man have an empty calendar out here.
By the way, that's Faggy's only show this year is Reggae Land.
Oh my
That's his
word.
only show that he's confirmed
No
for this year.
arena? What's going on with these arenas?
Where are the arena
Wait, the
shows,
arena
Mel's?
them
Where are
locked
they?
down? How I go on? Arena them locked down?
I think you might say my do Africa tour.
Hi, Marshall.
Yeah, but
So
Bless up to
how
everyone
that
in
how
this.
Africa tour when I make it stop arena from happen? And then can sell off 100,000 tickets in a how much hour?
yeah, and don't forget the Indian tour. So we need to see the
Oh, them
The
say
India
Vibes
tour.
Cartel so regular. And when we look on that lineup there, my God, you know see the lineup? A clear giants that on that show, you know?
I'm
No,
telling
but
you, Lex
more I know.
Boss.
Since he can
I
do
don't know
that,
why
why him not have a couple of arena show throughout the year then, this year?
exactly,
Well, go on. Since
exactly.
him can
Hmm.
sell regular.
Ro
Yeah.
Thompson said he's got a show in India.
Mumbai
You
King,
there
man.
at top. You there at top. Maybe the price when so called and get regular and price drop on that quick.
Yeah, they no, I'll be honest, they would not pay him whatever is equivalent to pounds in 1.5 million US. They would never pay Cartel for that. I'm sorry. Because you have Beanie Man who can pull a bigger crowd than Cartel. Beanie Man's a legend. So why
Yeah.
would they pay Cartel more than they'll pay Beanie Man?
What
It's never gonna happen.
what me not think he might do a full set neither. So yeah, you know. And then
Mm.
yeah, I know just being man. Me see how some name pandas line up them in a normal, you know, man. We are veterans, you know.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that's
gonna
what
be a
I'm
big show.
saying. That's what I'm
Like
saying, Lex. So that's
I don't
why,
know.
like, I literally am stoked right now. But let's hear from
Oh.
Black Star Boy. Black Star Boy, welcome to the panel.
Well, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. How are you guys? How is everybody?
Good, man.
Good.
You
We're
good?
good.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm there on the road. You see it. Just there going tune into the reason and thing, man. Um, yeah, this news is an exciting news to hear. So Massacre add to that because what this I gonna give is really in the level of exposure because I think the more shows he goes on, especially with more of the established artists, is the more people can see the talent and start following him and stuff, So this is absolutely a good look, and it shows that him a put in a lot of hard work, and it's paying off. This just means more growth because this is a a huge stage, a huge platform, and when it comes on to Massacre performing on these platforms, we don't have no doubt about the caliber of him performance. And I think he's going to get that exposure, and based off of what we know him capable of doing in terms of his delivery for his performance, we know that he's definitely going to gain a lot of fans. He's going to catch a lot of attention for that show. And he is already a well-known and established artist, but the more exposure, the better for him. So I'm really happy to hear that we've been added to that lineup.
Guys, can I just quickly say something? I don't think we realize what's happening here. Massacre is performing on two of the biggest shows in Europe this year. Summer Jam in Germany and now Reggaeland in the UK. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Plus,
And
him have a lot, a
I'm
lot of other
absolutely
shows. To them, boss only have one show. One.
Oh my God.
but
Make it make sense. Run where? Run what dance hall?
Remember how long that prison store there of the last.
It's already aware of already, Lex, because
You know,
guess what? Next month when we get that mobile
um,
is not gonna care about that shit. When Massacre has it. And again to bigger bugs, that's gonna put that cherry on that the top of everything. Book Massacre. Guys, somebody
Yeah.
send this to mobile. Book Massacre to
Mm-hmm.
perform at mobile
Mm-hmm.
coming next month.
Yes, Mills. It's
Do the
true.
right
yeah.
thing.
He needs to
Do the
perform at
right
But
thing.
Mobiles.
but the
Yes.
voting open to the public because me there trying to look at it. It's like them are saying open to the public.
From long time. I
um,
don't know. From long time it have
Um
been that
um,
way.
just to add to what Sexy Chefs was saying, um, one of the major moments that I'm looking forward to, I'm a hope people in a Massacre management really think about it, is for that moment when him touch that Summer Jam stage and him perform him song Big Body Benz. That gonna be the
yeah.
first Massacre perform that song, and for
Mm-hmm.
those who don't know, that's the song that Massacre has a certified gold in Germany for. So I
Yeah.
really I look forward to seeing him perform that song in front of that German crowd. So that's gonna be a moment.
That's gonna be a moment, Black Star Boy. A big moment.
All
Yeah, you guys hearing me?
Yeah.
Oh, true. Me say everybody got silent. Now and now I going. Yeah, man. So definitely I look forward to seeing Massacre perform that song. But I know who have links and connection to him, but on the need to reach out to him and I say, yo, brother, make sure say you perform the song that I want to see you perform that. You
Bro,
can't you can't go to Summer Jam and perform that, isn't it? So
Yeah.
hey,
yeah, I don't know who can reach out to the artist, but the artist knows need to know say yo, him fans them need him to perform that song.
hey,
Someone
And,
needs to get a message to Realist so he can pass it on.
right.
uh,
Bones MC I think is also on Summer Jam. Right, Sexy Chef?
I think he'll be there, so it will be good if Massacre calls him up in his set to perform Big Body Bends.
Right,
I think that will be a good look.
right. Or either way, them call him up in a for them set or him call him up in a his set. We just need to see Massacre perform the song then. No joke.
um, hey, me alone so one clip of ground with I want show England when them selector say if anybody here from Jamaica represent Jamaica and him drop the white.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We see that, man.
Yeah.
Lift up the whole place.
Hey,
Yeah,
if
man.
I don't know how they must have to win them over there. You know, tell the crowd are react, man. Oh,
Yeah, that song ain't
nah,
going
man.
nowhere, bro. That song ain't
Wait,
going
wait, wait.
nowhere.
You know, watch the entire video when the man say how he finally did it. When he go in a little room and sitting there.
No, me not see the part there.
Watch
I,
out the
I, wa-
entire video, man.
I wish boy
Remember, say
I wish
selector
man
walk
can
right
find
off
that.
a stage, you know.
Eh?
Remember, when him drop the song, them walk right off a stage, you know.
Yeah, me see when he walk off of the stage, but me
Yeah,
never
man,
see
him
when he
walk
go in
right
the
in
room.
a little room, man. And he must say, he hold him head and he must say, yo, John, I finally did it. This is the energy he's been looking
Oh,
for.
bro,
Yeah,
go
man.
crazy, bro. Tell it.
Man, after the song, man just stop playing, man, and go in. I hit that film for night.
I mean, you say it was a hip hop party or something like that.
It was an R&B party, so quite frequently in the UK we keep like a variety of like different types of like theme parties. R&B parties are a really big one, and usually at R&B parties DJs don't actually move outside of their set. So if it's an R&B party they stick within the R&B section. But that was a first. I've actually never seen them play dancehall at an R&B party before.
Mellz, you on your computer?
No, I'm using my phone.
Okay.
You can imagine them say a song will come out from 2024 still around the place. 2026.
Lex Boss, this you see
Right.
whites.
Uh,
Whites will continue. I promise. Sorry, Black Star Boy. Whites will continue to grow. It will continue to grow. Like there's no stopping that song.
And the best thing about it is not the remix. It's not the remix. It's the official. Around the
Exactly.
place. So you can't say, yo, actually remix. Original around the place. Yeah, man.
yeah, man. That that is a world anthem because we see it from the football match between Jamaica and who was it, Trinidad, and then play it in the stadium, you know, man. Like you see the pandemonium. Like whites is universally accepted now as a Jamaican anthem.
Remember,
No,
yeah,
no
remember,
question about it.
remember, say, Froggy singing line for line, like a film song, like, like anyone who want
Second
remix
for
it.
DJ, everyone a sack the blood clean.
Eh?
Fucking take over the sack to put the class.
Yeah, man. I'm I went if perform again. I think Atlanta, the Atlanta show, man. You want to go with a song like a theme. I was like, yo, like he couldn't believe the reaction when the crowd up, man. He's like in turn, he there. I say, yo, oh, that song is so big. Uh,
Yeah, White
Yeah, man,
is a big
whites,
song,
whites.
and then it kind of like go back to the conversation we are having earlier, Alex, and wake, because you guys were the only person on the panel at that time, regarding the person in the chat that was talking about, oh, we need to talk, like trying to make it seem like, oh, Chensia is the one who make Massacre had that hit and run hit. Like, come on, like don't even go there. Like the
Oh, it's the
Massacre is
other way
not,
around. If Sense drop that song without massacre.
it wouldn't have that impact. Like, and it's just what it is. Like, it's not, it's
Oh,
not the man, it's the music, bro.
oh,
Like, it's
right.
and that's what a lot of people, they don't get and they
Is the
don't
synergy.
understand.
Yeah, it's a synergy. It's a synergy on the track, which really make people gravitate to it. And why we can confidently say this is because when Sincere did her preview of a song officially, the people them did a drag her. The people them did a drag her left, right, and center. And she come back and she say, all right, on the see nothing. And she dropped the massacre part of the massacre verse on it. And the people them went absolutely ballistic. The same people them would have dragged the song and say it is shit. When them hear massacre on that shit, everybody start to say, yo, them can't wait for this drop. So
Like, go ahead. Now, this comment me seeing at the comment section, like this with this arenas, like Sexy Chef still there. Sexy Chef, like that's all these Gaza people them talk about, like like solo arena. Like what have Vibes Cartel
I
been
know. I
doing?
just
Like,
saw that.
him
I
not in
just
the
saw that
arena show, so
comment.
why would I use the arena thing they for Vibes Cartel?
Explain to
I
us,
just saw that
please. Like,
comment.
what
I
else
just
is
saw that.
there?
Exactly, Mel's.
Like,
I just
what
saw
else
that
is
comment
there?
and I was thinking to myself, what is this? Every day, mate, we're talking about real accolades, okay? Like, let's stop this whole arena things because, as a matter of fact, other dancehall artists before Cartel has done it. So put the arenas to the side, put the 1.5 million to the side. We're talking about your musical accolades and achievements. And from what we can see, Vibes Cartel has none apart from the little piece of washover goal that he has for Fever. Like, come on.
Him have two silver too, you know. Steve give him a silver too and him get a silver from one long time from him have. Him have two silver and one gold. That's it. And I look
For,
But
for
talk to me
someone for
about
someone who
sorry
has
for
such a
mobile.
long
Arena.
for
Yeah.
someone
And
and I can appreciate that, Wick, but for someone who has such a very long career, it's not
Mm-hmm.
enough.
I
For someone who's been
Or
in the
such a
business
big
for a very
catalog,
long
such a
time,
big
yes,
catalog.
you,
Yes.
wait.
Vice Cartel has one of the biggest catalogs in modern music, and you have nothing really to show for it. You've been in the business for a very long time.
The goal in me not gonna make a style a goal less easy, you know, cause I say I don't will make it, you know. That's why I can't find the next one. 'Cause I don't really have the sauce. I don't really have the producer behind it. That's what
Handicap goal man. Remember John FX contact what the views Spotify reach out to him pan. Them a buy. So I say, so it's a handicap goal that too.
Yeah, like them I talk about
We should
sold
make
out
Vibes.
arenas,
we should
though.
make the
Like,
silver handicap too. So at least them handicap.
I also want to make this point about things like billboards and stuff. For one, no one can even speak to Beanie Man about billboards. That man has been, and I'm talking about Billboard 100. Okay, he's been on there probably maybe 6 or 7 times. That song he did with Miss Ting peaked at number 27 on Hot 100 Billboard. We
mm-hmm.
moved to someone else who's as I think, which is greater than Vibes Cartel, in my opinion, in terms of achievements and in terms of global reaches. Popcorn, Popcorn's
Mm-hmm.
both of Popcorn's album has been on the Hot 200 Billboard. What Cartel? What are you talking about? Please come with your accolades. Please come with achievements. You've had a very long career in music, but you really have nothing much to show for it, and it is a shame. It is a shame.
Yeah, that's all they talk about, Sexy Chef. That's all sold out arena. Like, that's the only thing that there is to his career right now. That's the only thing you guys, because if that's the only thing, like that's sad.
Oh my goodness. It's very jarring. This
So
arena
sad.
tour, and I'm sorry, again, talking about arenas, I want to make this point very clear. The places that these shows were kept, were a large Caribbean diaspora in those areas. Okay? If Vibes Cartel is such an international and global artist, he should arrange a show in the middle of Wisconsin in the US, and we'll see if he can sell out an arena there. Remember, if you're keeping a show in New York or anywhere that is close to remotely close to these areas, a lot of Caribbean people are there. They listen to dancehall music.
Mm-hmm.
They will go to the shows.
Um, sorry, I chipped out just a bit. I wanted to say something about the Gaza fans and them bragging about them arena. You guys hearing me?
Yes, I can, or we can, I guess. Yeah, we everybody can, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So when I brag about them arena, I kind of feel good about it. Cause you know what, them can't. That is such a nothing right now. Like that was last year. Like your artist only booked for one show for the year so far this year in the entire 2026. And you are the world boss, you are the biggest, baddest dancehall artist in this world, and you only booked for one show so far this year, bro. Like 2 months basically lapsed now in 2026, and no nobody can see cartel on the show. And you know, I'm rather them brag and boast about them arenas that them do last year, because you know what, them not bragging and boasting, but them not bragging and boasting that Hype Life is a hit. them not bragging and boasting that God says or whatever it is that it. Them not bragging and boasting that none of the garbage song them a cartel released since this year. So much I flood the market for catch a hype
Mhm.
is a hit. They're not bragging about
Mhm.
those things. And it's one
And
of them things that them a brag about.
Mhm.
Alright, but we can go and talk about in the arena because
Mhm.
that is soon gone and forgotten. Right? Yeah, an artist never touched some of them place here from him boss. From cartel boss in the 2000s, he's never traveled. The fans them that him see and he has gone and throughout the years, they have never seen him perform. A lot of the fans them who guy him show them diva did know what is music when cartel just bust. Right? So if we don't want to talk about arenas and all them things, the people them see him, and I think based off the feedback that on not doing the arena tours this year means that them don't want to see him again, bro. So if I that don't want to brag and boast about the bad performance then when him all fall down on stage and after I bring cheer for him sit down pan and all of them things if you think say that is something for brag and boast about, I'm happy say that not brag and boast because that is nothing. That is
Yeah, Black Star
absolutely nothing.
Boy. Absolutely. And to add to your point, remember, according to Gaza fans, everything that Cartel has dropped, this year has been a hit. The Hype Life, the SYM. If that was the case and these songs were really hitting and were leaving the internet, what was leaving social media, he would have been booked for shows. He would have been in demand if he was really carrying the swing and he had the hit songs.
Of
So the
course,
fact
Sexy
that he's
Chef.
not booked for anything else, Mills and Panel, apart from Reggae Land, is
Yeah,
showing us that he's not the guy. He's not the guy that he thinks he is. So all of those hit
that's
songs
that's
aren't really leaving the internet.
that's why he's
Right.
working so hard, Sexy
And
Chef, and working around the clock.
Half
uh,
half of the views them with the on hype life, India them come from, If you check the
right,
YouTube
Yeah.
I will
charts,
notice.
Yeah, I
India,
checked it. See it with my one, two eyes them. Yep. India.
And
so
and
The
views are
whole
by.
mm-hmm.
and the thing about all of this is that you see, Cartel, he come out of prison and him come out in a new age where social media is so strong and so prevalent. And it seems when you go on the internet, like what is on the internet dictates what goes on in the world. And it is absolute nonsense. There's so many, I'm going to keep stressing it. The dancehall and the music industry, whatever hype and buzz when I have, and I look at Jamaica diaspora, and I look at, well, it's not even diaspora, then I look at bubble of internet Jamaican fans, the hype that exists there, it doesn't extend into the streets. It doesn't exist, it doesn't transcend into
Mhm,
global markets. It don't transcend to propel a Jamaican artist to hit the billboard. It is such a
mhm,
small and almost insignificant space because I can tell you that the internet platform and the internet chatter does not dictate what is going on in the streets of not even Jamaica. Much less when you escape the borders to them people who don't have no time for checking pound on a senseless internet chatter. So all on depend on the media post and a chat and a chat and a chat. It only goes so far and nowhere else. Right? So all on our talk and all on our debate, when you check the facts, just as sexy chefs rightly point out, bro, it is shown by the artist who is in demand, who is getting the bookings, who is getting the shows, who is getting the collaborations, and who is getting the attention of the big and well established media giants. And right now, that is only one name, and it is Massacre. So if you don't want to go and brag about arena show, bro, by all means continue. Because that means some artist not going with nothing, right? This internet space on the depend. I tell people for SYM, them mother every day and all of them something there.
mhm,
It is so insignificant and
mhm,
minute to the
mhm.
wider industry of the music industry. So all you see
Absolutely.
for all of the SYM wanna tell people it can't get on the artist a
Mhm,
Grammy. I can't get
mhm,
him on the billboard. It not even get him booked for shows. And that is the reality. How much show Massacre booked for since a year and how much he did already. That is what I want to look upon and talk about.
Yep. You're not gonna hear them
You
talk
know,
about that Black Star Boy. Then you're not gonna hear
you,
them
you,
talk about
it's true.
that.
Mel's and Black Star Boy and Panel. And again, a real life example of, whatever's on the internet doesn't actually translate to real life. For example, you might see the fact that on IG, everyone is hyping up SYM. But when you walk into a barber shop, you hear Sean Paul like glue. So the, the reality is your song is not really leaving the internet. If your song
Yeah,
is
he
really a hit
needs
song, it's going to be played everywhere. If I walk into every single corner and crevice of this earth, I should be hearing SYM, but I'm hearing Sean Paul like glue.
Sexy Chef, you're not gonna hear it because it's only playing in India. Because something happened around the 6th or the 7th of February, out of nowhere, right? Out of nowhere, your views were steady and there's this increased spike. February 6th to February 7th. There was, so that needs to be explained to the public as to what happened. And there was another
Absolutely.
spike somewhere around February 11 and February 12. So we, the people of the music, need to understand what's going on and what's happening. Because Mr. Patel, we have our eyes on you. So we need to know like what's happening because you're out there tricking the people and acting like you're the man or you're acting like you're the world boss, but you're not.
And
Nothing
again,
is happening for you.
what's not making sense to me, Mel's, is again, out of all of those 4 songs that he's dropped in the space of maybe like a week, Hype Life is showing to be the most streamed song, but SYM is the biggest song. I don't really understand how that
Yeah.
works.
But,
That
but when
doesn't
you
make any
cheat,
sense to me.
Sexual Chef, you somehow the puzzle always not fit properly in place when you cheat.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cause 300 and something of that views from Hype Life came straight out of India. And how much views does that song have overall? I don't know if somebody
Um,
can maybe check it, but
can someone check
it
it,
literally
please?
300 and something song, 300 and something thousand views from that song alone is out of India.
And then also, what again, it's outside of India, but what is also very strange as well. What don't you think that most of his views would have come from the Jamaicans living in Jamaica and the Jamaica diaspora? How did we
Mm-hmm.
jump to India?
Yep.
Your core fan base is in Jamaica and just outside of Jamaica, the biggest diaspora where you have the US and the UK. How did your main fan base become India?
India has a different taste for music now, Sexy Chef.
I guess
Them
so.
all for the is them love the the Patel man, them
This
love
is
the
why,
vibes
Mills,
Patel bring.
this is why I don't really go on other lives and panels to argue with these fools, because now if I go there and say that, all I'm gonna get is an SYM and I'm bad mind because they cannot explain that.
And they're gonna tell you how much that he sold out arenas. Don't forget that part.
And he's collecting 1.5 million. Now we're
Right
bad
now,
mind. Yeah.
if you can sort arena in there right now. This is our next big show.
Yeah, we need to push it because that's what we want to see. We want to see Mumbai Addi on a Persian rug flying through the streets of India because he's a superstar over there. From those views,
I'm
he's a
gonna send
superstar.
CJ Milan a direct message because that's a show I would love to see. I'm gonna actually message DJ.
You know, she kind of stressed right now because remember say the alkaline show not selling up, so she nobody got stressed out there now.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Sexy
Because we
Chef
know
say,
what
oh.
happened.
Right, and I'm gonna check that this morning. I'm gonna check that this morning. See, what's the availability of tickets? And there's so many fucking tickets available, seats everywhere. You can bring your entire family, your crew. I mean, that show is just, it has a lot of space, And I don't know what is going on there, but when I wish him bad, but Vendetta fans or no, when if one did ever sell out that show and make it whatever, we wouldn't hear the end of it. So.
Right now,
Yeah.
fees are set them setting up too. You know, they add him to the first show, make him say, yeah man, you see are you with people in qualify now? And they were bounty and there's some people and you are, you know, I used to love the arena. So you must alright. You do a 2P again. Please I chicken chicken.
Yeah, me
Invoice it.
personally, as an artist, if me know say me and Cartel are apps more than I work with a CJ Milan. Because she is too close to Vibes Cartel for me be an enemy of Vibes Cartel and I work with her. I'm not say she had deliberately sabotage her own platform or anything, but it just leaves the space open for manipulation, if you get what I say. Me that probably find a different promoter for work with because she too close. You see the other day nothing come out and I chat off him more about Cartel and Grammy. How does that affect CJ Milan that she would have to come out and tell nothing for wrap it up? Right? So that means she's heavily invested in whatever Cartel is doing. Me wouldn't trust her personally.
Uh, I,
But that's just my opinion still, isn't it?
I think what him should him have to you see if they do it strategically maybe. Them need to get some big acts on the show with him. Like I know him should get some if I will get two rapper and two other big acts on the show with him, then maybe we're gonna see a more increase in the sales, isn't it? You know? But I mean nobody are using it. Type
Yeah,
of
but
body, yeah, let's up the
we
promoter.
see that already. People just now fuck with alkaline.
Don't get
We see it
yeah,
already because him show him the keep I think Brooklyn. Him did have Libyanka on it and she was hot at the time with that smash song there. And him they have Mavado on it and him only sell 5,000. It only sell 5,000 tickets. So people in the US now fuck with alkaline like that, yo.
him prophecy, him brave, so you know. But that's why we discuss them. Him good enough. Him over one part or one part. I keep silent. But I forgive you for discuss because I forget to send some shades from the other day. Which me find it weird because last year people must say, yo, the man need to answer them money. Man need to the man in the panel level. Very, and blah blah. And then coming into the new year now, he has sent shades. Like wicked shades too. So
Well, remember his fans. Remember his fans said that he's a changed man and he's living for God. And war is no longer a part of who he is. You know, he's more focused on being a father and a grandfather, and he'll never engage. Now here we are, fast forward 2 months into the new year, and Froggy feels jumpy.
because when I that now sell the little pretend persona when have now sell. Because none of the song them when do don't have an international appeal. Bro, you just talk about SYM and mother and so forth. The massive not even I gonna even mess with that, to be honest. But for you can fall off, I want Travis Scott collab, you know. I want DJ Khaled collab, you know, man. I want big fall off. Big fall off that. Uh,
Yeah, but they don't understand that the music is evolving, right? And it gone were the days when you could have rely on gimmicks and you could have rely on just bitching up something together and then just put it out there. No, the visual have to be beautiful. It has to be appealing to the eyes. It has to be appealing to the to the ears. All of those things is to take into consideration. So here we have this moron who tap into a timeline that's not his, tap into an era of dancehall that is not his. So what you're gonna expect is gonna happen? He's gonna be struggling,
I
right?
think
Because
I
go
think
ahead,
where him go
Lex.
wrong. I think where him go wrong. Him should just come out with and just stick to him legendary status. Him should not try to compete with the youngins them. He should just come out, pick him on a lane and say, yo, me a legend at this, I'm a column at this, and just try to be like with the Sean Paul him also. And nobody I try control and I try run this with king and I try beat down and I try pull on everybody. He should just stick to him that status there. He would have more respect and might be in a reach far. But you there now fight down you there you live a fire and I try fight for Jamaica iTunes Apple Charts. And I try fight back for Jamaican fans them. You that show say your sister in a position to be international because you shouldn't even I try sing songs like them jump on DJ Macri and I try sing type them song the way you know say nah go far than the diaspora. Because somebody at Egypt, somebody them hear that they must say, what you talking about? Suck your mother and all that. Nah, that them not culturally understand the type way I try to say. You understand me? I say? So
Yeah, so it goes back to, because that's what gimmicks does, like the gimmicks of it, make you take certain things serious and take certain things being professional. So you realize that what separate Massacre from a lot of them is professionalism. He understand the space. He understand that when the shows that he's going to, the people who he's gonna be around, and then he knows how to articulate himself from the set, from the song selection, and for everything that them feel like say yo them the way how they are and what they represent, them can just walk into any space and just be what it is and think they're gonna be accepted, right? And it goes back to the Grammys. Like, you cannot come out and tell people, say, oh, you just put something together quickly and you submit it. So that's why when the Grammy panel them sit down, them just put together something quickly and them dismiss the album, because that was not what it's supposed to be. And at some point in time, like, they have to grow up. Vibes Cartel have to grow up and understand, say, listen, hey, them supposed to know and understand the music and love the music enough to know, say, all right then, if it's a case where it's not a good body of work, it not go through. So it goes back to the songs that he's been putting out since 2026. It goes back to the SYM song. Like, what you really, when you're in a studio and you meds that song there, like, what you really the meds fee have not only a title like that, but you're literally in the song a truly whole time and about, you know, SYM, like,
listen,
what you think is gonna happen?
listen. You see, that whole situation there with the Grammy. I think him have a link where can get him Grammy nominated, but that don't mean say he can might be able
Him a
person
go
to get him through
win.
the door,
Yeah,
get him
but
through the
not no
door.
means him a go win.
But that
Yeah.
don't mean say him won the space because when you have submit a body of work and you have like Aisha as one of the collab with and then one other one you talk about you know good like them then no real music, them then like we could be real. Compare them that I go against like a Marty man, them people where we put
Yeah.
in effort and work. You understand me? Because him feel like the whole Grammy are some could lose people like no for them also we
Exactly.
deal with we
Exactly
deal
my
with
point.
we deal with because Grammys the reason why them can't buy a Grammy is because it's not a notoriety contest, And be on a whole known you be, It's all depends on your quality of work. You're judged by your peers. You understand me as well? So,
Yeah,
so and
absolutely.
then
And
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 to be on,
and then
and to be
let's.
honest, right.
Mm-hmm.
And to be
No, I was
honest,
just gonna say. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
and to be honest, if if he has sense, him should stick to the word God is the greatest and try sell that as much as possible because guess what? It align with him storyline because really and truly people who doesn't like a good redemption story, somebody will fight against the system and so forth. That's what keep him that's what sell him and that making up on Fox News and all them places is him
Lex
story.
Boss, you can only pretend for so long. It is not who Cartel truly is at his core. That's why
Mm-hmm.
God is the greatest didn't work out for him and he had to revert to who he truly is, which is a very dark
Mm-hmm.
soul. That's why he couldn't carry that with him because it's not him. He doesn't give a crap about a redemption story. He's not redeemed. He doesn't care about his own redemption.
For
So
real, you can only pretend for so long, but at the end of the day, your true self are gonna come out. Your true self in a
remember
cartel mind.
remember him said people are like sheep, in my shepherd, I'm the sister, So you know, see them people are beat or react the way them react. You can't expect them better because the person who are lead them don't tell you who they are. Sheep's mindless. Sheep is all one car come around right in the road, But they don't think for themselves. You understand me? Any narrative them put out, them believe it. Because even them themselves don't even believe them own narrative because 1 minute I say I Jamaica iTunes chart makes no sense. Anybody can go number one on it and rare, and then the next break now say the biggest thing since sliced bread and him and it's never been done before and all that stuff. So you can't even tell them serious. Cause they not take themselves serious.
Yeah, absolutely. Lex Boss, like you cannot take them, can't take them serious. You know what I mean? And it goes back to something that you said even earlier too, like, like why is he competing with these new era of dancehall artists? And then with the old style and the new style combination, it's just like like a roller coaster. Like me try to figure out like what's really happening, type of thing. So like him really need to get it together. He need to get him live together. Where do we see Vibes Cartel in the next 5 years? Because what he's doing now in the music, guys, is just it now work out. The shock value and all of that stuff is just not working out. And to some of these people out there, oh my God, he's him lock, they say the teacher lock to 2026 and whatnot. That's how they're, that they're talking, that's how they're going on. But like we out here, the people, and we see it, the ones them with sense know that, it's literally not what's happening out there. It's literally not it.
You have to remember, you see, Carter no believe in a karma and that a mash him up, because remember when he was young, remember him say Bunty them a dinosaur and Ray and da and Bunty them need his dinosaur and I youth him and I fame time now and all that stuff. So even I believe said there was one day where I come where the same thing will happen to him. Where the people are say, yo, yeah, dinosaur now you need to wrap it up. In thinking could I stay young forever. Him have a fountain of youth where the fountain of youth where with everybody else no know. And that time problem because him can't face the facts, say. Just like how you used to do to others, it happen to you now. You understand me? And that I reaching. You just know acknowledge it. Can you have them look a fool man, them big man around him at talk about, oh, yeah, my God, me put my life on the line and all that stuff. And you have the one because yes man, them around him and all them stuff there. And that a few in ego. You understand me?
Yo, Gaza camp are one of the worst camp in our business. That me I tell you, crab in a barrel them. Nothing we
And
go over Gaza not survive.
they always say wake, oh, Massacre and them fans, them delusional, that's another thing they always say too. And nobody more delusional than them. Nobody like them living in this bubble where me say like, yo, which part of the world wanna live, bro? Like why,
The
like
man
when you
them
just
literally
can't
take
see?
dancehall from half of the world map and carry go stuff down in a bombard Kingston. And say, yeah, I saw dancehall then, we lucky. Remember, you know, man, dancehall was worldwide before. Them a man not do nothing compared to the greats that was before him in a dancehall. And him get all of the same opportunities with them get.
Mm-hmm.
It's me
And
I
and
say, and
that's what.
invite way more song than them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And that's why you might get show up John Wick. Wait till that shows come out in August. You go see how what they you go see cause me know say Beanie Man a set female man. We're gonna really see who,
see
we're
them
gonna
say
see who
Massacre gone for regular
Yeah.
land there.
yeah,
Separate the
yep.
boys from the men. That is what
Yes.
that show is going to show him up as.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
we get there. So if Massacre go in the mobile now, and then
And what
him,
and what them I gonna do? Wake, I'm desperate to see what them I gonna do. Because if them could have gone, so remember, it's not like them never know who are the lineup for Grammy, Them know him know who them a compete against.
and
And
we
you
can
never
tell you
have
from
nothing to
now,
say then.
if the EP get nominated for Grammy and hit a win, me can tell you that from now.
Mm-mm.
If the EP get nominated for Grammy and hit a win,
Wait, they have a strong feeling about that the other day.
me not have to
I
ask
think
Christ, man.
The Grammy go tough that year, because he had protege join the race,
Who?
yeah, and protege.
protege.
Oh,
I remember say Massacre featured my all the female album,
yeah, man. But that the EP they
Um,
hit different, bro. That the EP they hit
Mm-hmm.
different, G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yo, that EP is a solid EP. Like all the people who
Also
are
coming
released
from a
EP,
dancehall artist where a dancehall artist not get in a couple years well.
Yep.
that,
I
that,
know.
that's solid EP, man.
Don't forget inspiration, because remember they run with the narrative, oh, the EP flop, the EP flop. They're trying to, like, they try to boycott it. However, for the past 4 days, the body of work that I've seen, I'm like, very similar style to something that I've heard before.
Me
And
say
obviously
everybody
that
drop song for the last 4 days. Or
yep.
Cecile drop song. Me I try to tell you, everybody drop song Friday
Mm-hmm.
and Saturday. Everybody in that
I
space.
think Jada Kingdom drop, Popcorn drop, Silk Boss drop. So a lot of people drop. The Angel drop,
For
you
the
know.
Boy,
Valentine's.
you know.
Yeah, like,
Me
and we are
me
talking
feel
about
with
like
you,
how
you know.
Missy
You know?
Moscato, the EP, slow and steady type of music.
Jaja. Yo, the angel boy, them a fight the angel boy out there, man. They run out and defend her and they not support her thing. I be 2,000 views, me I say.
Yeah, the views them low upon our stuff over there. I mean, I wonder about that. But at least John Wick, at least they are organic views. So, you know.
Yeah, at least the organic, them
You
not come
see,
from Mumbai.
um, not to take away
But,
from the topic,
Hey,
but also have to touch back a little bit on Mumbai Addi. You see,
Mm-hmm.
what really derail him is a lot of things, but it all boil down back to one thing, and it's him ego. You have a thing named grow comes in, never comes in. I don't remember the exact term, but basically what happened to cartel is that, which is why I always tell people, especially, yo, date from your young and go through life experience from your young. Get the heartbreaks, have experiences and discover who you are. That at some point in life you grow and all of them things. You see what happened to cartel now is that cartel was basically a nobody before this music thing. And it's not a disrespect to him, because majority of people that's how it is until them find status in a society, or them find wealth, or whatever the case may be. And what happened is that when him bust now and him start earn a little money and him start get notoriety, and him a power around killer, and him start exposed to females and all of them things, him a get some things in him life where him never did a get from him was a youth. Him must see certain sides of females where him could have probably never reach or touch while him was just an average youth. And that excite him and get to him brain, and him start to put it in the music. And because he was genuinely enjoying the benefits of that, it really resonated with a lot of people who never really that experienced certain things in their life before. And so you see the whole heap of freaky argument and freaking exploded in the culture and all of them things there. However, the real grown-ups and mature people who have some level of intelligence and intellect knew that these kind of loud music and all of them things there is really for the bedroom and not necessarily for an international audience. And while enough other man did not experience the same newfound experiences and all of them things there, they were more mindful of the music and the music space to say what can go far in the music versus what cannot. And Cartel never paid any attention to that. So while him did a lock down the whole Jamaican space with the people who can relate to what he must say and want to experience the things them what he must say, you find say the wider international market never open up to it. And is a reason why, because those loud kind of music now really get the international attention and stuff. And yes, him dominate Jamaica and him dominate the diaspora with it and all of them things. But you realize that the music never did a transition over into the international markets, which is where Sean Paul them did a do, Shaggy them did a do, Wayne Wonder them did a do. Um, so many others, Baby Sham, Bean Man, Elephant Man, they were doing feel good music that
Even
the
more bother
wider,
get piece of international, bro.
right, even my father get a piece of it. And them did do music, and them could have not do the same thing my cartel did do, but them were more cognizant of what they were doing with the music. And cartel, because it's the hype and the fame where him that get locally and within the diaspora, he felt okay for continue being that way and show no level of growth and maturity in our music. And that's how for him entire career him not end up with a billboard Hot 100 entry. No, because that type of music just wasn't resonating amongst the wider international market. And you realize that the songs that he really get a slight breakthrough on the international market space is Fever and Clarks and those kind of songs, which were way more palatable, right? And he just got caught up in the hype at the moment and never did have the love and the thought that is needed to really make him music transition. I'm happy that Massacre in return has showed a level of maturity and a level of thinking where him could have easily well gone down in a girl throat too. And I sing all kind of freakiness and all kind of them things there and slide into the trap of being the next cartel, which is also what is holding back the next generation because all of them want to be the next cartel, or them want to be the next family, or them want to be the next alkaline. And those them type of music they nah transition over into the international market. Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, them I get local and diaspora support for it, but them the seed say it nah escape the boundaries of Jamaica. Right? And that's
Mhm.
why the music fall off from the platform where man I go to studio in a Kingston and by the time him release a song within a few weeks time it up on Billboard Hot 100. Right? That are the problem. And McLeod say dancehall now is in control by Massacre, where it's more thoughtful and you can see the growth and everything is showing at the work. And it's only a matter of time now. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, if I can something, me I listen to it also, bro, and I'm a 100% agree with you. But I want to add some things, some clarity on some things. I'm gonna put it on a very layman terms.
Yeah, man,
You
just say
realize,
that.
you realize the rich people. How often you hear rich people talk about people bad mind them for them things? How often? Like me I talk rich people like the leeching them, the Matalans. How often you ever hear them a talk about people bad mind them for them things? You ever hear that?
I never hear it,
Alright, you realize say a people will talk about bad mind and sing about bad mind. Are them bad mind the most. I mean I sure you realize say every from there that the Alcartel talk about who bad mind him, who bad mind him. And okay, break it down even further. You see me growing up, me get to understand say sometimes the people them where you grow with them fight to the most, but you know who hate you the most too? Some people where older folks where you show up. You see, when you look and say, when you grow up in some man in a community, they my top man. Them alone have drive, them alone have spend money and thing. You see, as soon as the youth them start make them own money, start have them own car, and start get all like girls them same top man they start bad mind the youth them because just them get show up. Same to with Cartel. Cartel, remember saying Cartel are in Jamaica, man. The man that talk about him alone have S-Class, Benz and all that stuff and him have businesses and him alone have rum and all them things and rich beyond wild this and that. Now him come back a road, everybody rich. Popcorn no poor again, popcorn rich. Massacre them rich. Alkaline, the whole of the youth them rich. So when you go talk about money talk, and that's why I'm always after you keep and I say, oh, 1.5, me make a show, 1.5 US me make a show. That's why I'm by the Rolls Royce. Because it's an ego thing too. You understand me? Wish big artists now no rich. And I like back in the day when the artists can be big, and broke, Nowadays the youth them not have to take no talk. Cause what talk, what pop, what cartel have over popcorn right now? If popcorn want go Nigeria, him can go. If popcorn want go anywhere in the world, popcorn is more known. Same to massacre them, alkaline them not fear depend upon a bigger artist for them to be relevant. You understand me? Them think them success not tied to one person. Unlike Rhino, when Rhino make a miss himself, Pop Carter just cut him off and he just head right down in our ditch. Carter don't have that power anymore. And that has stress him because guess what? When he could have deal with anybody like anyhow, he can't do that with them youth. Yeah. If he could, he would have. He could have simple tell Popcorn to fall in line. See, unfollow Popcorn and Popcorn unfollow him and say, in black Popcorn See him share and him follow back popcorn, popcorn not to pay him no mind. Cause popcorn and show him say, yo, my thing large too, you know. See him not for this up. He said no fear and all of him for this massacre run him way. And tell him, cause he never in the face a massacre couldn't in the too big forget this. And see him this massacre this him and he think just a blast off same way. If I did back in the day any artist this him could have drowned him career. Him can't drown nobody career nowadays. And that stress him. I could be real. You see me? Oh. Now hear me? This a work.
Yeah, man, the fuck stuff, G.
Oh yeah, in the day I remember that talk a while ago.
Yeah, man, we that here.
Yeah man, now that a go on man. Yo, all the same talk man, you wishing could have you think he wishing could have silence massacre, wishing could have tell them because just like when the Rhino them and Gaza kill them and just join them career. You can't do that to them youth, yeah. Them youth are depend them are them own boss. Them not have to take orders, them not take talk, them a do them own thing. They have them the hype car, the big house, all them things where for them live comfortable. Them a take flights, them a get them own bookings. They don't have a sign to they don't have to say sign say me a Gaza. They don't have to sign under Gaza for be relevant and dance all. So that era they pass when he could when he have when him there the gatekeeper. The gate, there's no gate, the gate lit down. Everybody a do them thing. You know, say Josh can diss him and still a do him thing. And anybody a diss anybody and the youth them a do them thing because you don't and a one somebody control dancer, cause dancer no they no, is not controlled by one person anymore. And that a stress him out. And that's why I'm bad mind. Because somebody will get up every day and all him talk about a bad mind. Yo, a bad mind, me should me buy me Rolls Royce. And bad mind, should me get 1.5 million a show. And everybody around him are the same narrative them a push for nothing to the wall of them. A bad mind, choke out buy one house, choke out buy house, yes, or buy house, yes, or buy house, yes. Bro, everybody, and me no know no artists, big artists where I live in a rent house. No fat, mother have him house. Massacre by having house, Alkaline, all of them have their house. Popcorn having house. Me know say enough of them have them businesses and have money and come in and all them stuff there. So why them are bad man you when them have it themselves? When you gonna have if you have a car, them can buy a car too. If you have a house, them can buy a house too. If you fly go Dubai, me know say them can fly go Dubai too. So it's not so what you have for bad for people keep on they must spread this narrative say a bad man and bad man. Yeah, Carter just a live life. No matter how much clothes him buy and him still look broke. Him can't, me never see him just set and him can say, yeah, him look like a star. He ever look like somebody where from downtown because him and Sean Breeze, the two of you put the two of them together, your face, I found back in the idea picture. You know when your grandparents them used to just got party, a dance, and you have some barefoot pants, I saw them on them dress. So every time you see a picture of them, you feel like I 90s them. That's some old picture you look upon. I go them man for go and allow the artists, man. The artists them do them thing, man.
Right, 100%. Right, you know, that's why the girl, them must say, oh, them no want to listen to girl song from Cartel because I'm cringy, bro. Cringy.
Yeah, just imagine. You know the woman them if you know say a 50-year-old man I tell them about lick balls and all them things. It's crazy. Oh, that's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's why I'm not going away upon the rhythm, man. One day storybook rhythm, brother. And the young youth them are run it. Upon Valiant. The man Valiant outshine him, bro. Valiant outshine you. And you say you're the king of dancer. The man not gonna like that, bro. Imagine you're a Russian affair producer. A year song get released first off I rhythm, and then you go see the youngins them like Massacre and Valiant song bigger than fear, triple the numbers away your song do. And you are Vibes Cartel, you are the king of dancehall. Any rhythm where you go up and you take it. See then with same thing with Mac rhythm, you drop your song and skipper say you have to go for tell Max you have to go for Bob Marley. If you try take him out of the race. Cause Cartel just ain't cutting it, bro. Any rhythm them put him on and show him up. Say, yo, look here, your type style done. And I like back in the days where any rhythm you drop on, everybody are fret because they know say, yo, take your rhythm. Them the days in the hurt, bro. And that's why I'm bad mind you them, man. When everybody a talk about storybook rhythm, they not talk about theme song, bro. Either Passenger Princess or Rich Sex. See the Rich Sex have remix we do.
Or people want remix rich sex. See him go shoot Massacre go all the way to Nigeria go shoot the video. And that's some big Nigerian. Cause them you them do a video with another look common artist. When I talk about views and them thing them man the thing large. And them things are a bun cartel, bro. And them the thing that stressing more man. And that's why I get up a day talk about people bad mind him. Because he don't know better because himself bad mind. You start sit down on meds and start fight or war in your head till you start fight yourself and you not realize it.
Yeah, man, that's a quote, man. Yeah, when I hear me? When I hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear him. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But what we did want to talk about still. I don't know if you listen to the Mellz. I'm not sure if I did touch on the topic because I did miss some of the show regarding cartel and recycling inflows them and all of them things. I don't know if you did touch on the topic there. Yeah. Now hear me? Now hear me? Johnny, can you hear me?
Yeah, me dream, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you did touch on the topic regarding the recycled flow. The song when him do it, Sensei.
Yeah.
Oh, the touch on it already.
No, man, go through.
Oh, that song the way him do it, Sensei. To be honest, I don't know what Sensei do with her career. Because the moment, if me in a fair position, the moment Carter send me the rhythm there, me da tell him say, oh, I'm not going to voice for the rhythm there. Because I basically the same rhythm as where input Spice pan for the song where him have with Spice, named Turn Back Way. The Sensei song there's literally a remake, everything about it are the same, you know? And people out there at criticize Massacre about same flow. Like Cartel I do back same songs now, right? And him not only a do back theme old song them, him a thief Massacre flow, him a thief Massacre rhythm them. Everything when Massacre do, him just basically a try to copy Massacre formula right now, right?
Yeah, man.
And that turn back way song and the Sensei preview when I see him release are the same exact song, right? And if Massacre did ever do something like that, yo, you wouldn't get to sleep at night time. Do it them with a beat out of but Cartel I go do it now and nobody now say nothing about it. And I find them things that very I don't know, I find it very distasteful. Like
Brain buck
it
a
just
one part, man.
yeah the man brain buck completely. Buck. Buck him run out of idea. Man literally I put Sensei up on a song and I do basically a remake of the same exact song where him did do with Spice. I mean, I know how Sensei allow that for even take place. Because that crazy to me. The moment him drop that song, that preview, like, man, I say, yo, me hear this already, man. Me hear this already. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna look back pan the Spice track. I mean, I say, bumbo clot. The flow, the cadence, the rhythm, everything is a complete copy of the same song where him do with Spice.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I couldn't use spice, man.
Yeah, I man go for Shensi. Boy, I don't know how she allow that to know, but I don't know what Shensi do our management do, but that kind of crazy to me.
Probably Shanti and not listen to his spice song, cause probably they not really deal, so she don't listen to the song and realize, you know?
But that song, a big song, that turn back way song, there, to get a good run in the dance hall.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wanna cartel
Anything out here,
PDs.
MG.
Yeah, I
Anything to
wanna
get
cartel
traction.
PDs. It's them in a catalog. So it's that crazy if you don't know that song.
Anything to get traction, MG.
Right. I'm probably two of them in the same position right now where that is concerned.
You know what I say? Anything.
Yeah. I feel like two of them in the same position there, Danik. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why them allow that to pass. But that's what I say. If I arena them a talk about, make them talk about them things because when them not talk about the new songs being hit and this new song I got Billboard and this new song I got winning my Grammy and this new song I got transition into a big international it then we over here suddenly need to worry about that because them a talk about a bunch of nothing.
A real thing, man.
Yeah, cartel a recycling flow them heavy right now. My teeth flow flying here, there, everywhere. But I don't know how Massacre live in a film, Ed rent free sort of blood clean. Everything what Massacre do in one job. I'm see it for them forward out, The first thing I see the man got tattooed the 238 in him face, and I said, Bumba, look at that, man. Just because the 438 have such a big impact of blood clean. The man say, I look at class to blood clean in the law, the man got tattooed in him face to rotted. The man come
Mm.
out, the man had start dressed like Massacre. You know, buy the same car like Massacre. I see the man doing video. I see the man doing video. And the man recreate Massacre song when him King. I say, yo, how are they more so? I mean, never understand it because I say, probably him just rate the artist. I'm show the artist love. But when I look on it, bro, I come like him run out of data to and I just say, rag. I they run out of data,
Yeah, man. That's why I'm up here recycle, man.
Yeah. So when me did first see me straight things like him just a pay homage to Massacre for say you do the thing I'm a rater. But
No, maybe.
me
Copy
realize
my
now
try copy one hot style and see what I roll, you know?
yeah, but him can't copy Massacre sign. You know hear Massacre tell her, say yo them can't follow me even if them take the same route. People hear the man say that and not understanding. So Cartel now I gotta try for recreate himself, create one Rasta version of himself. So him can get one Nami, one Grammy, one Grammy win under him belt. And really and truly, why I don't know.
One style Bob Marley then go impersonate Rasta to black.
Right. And first, the first
Blessings,
song,
blessings.
the
How that?
first,
It's Annette.
Hi, Annette. How you doing?
yeah man,
Hi, how are you doing? This is
big up,
John Wick.
big up,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, man. You up everybody on the panel and in the chat. Where's Mel?
Man.
Is Mel still here?
Yeah,
Yeah
she
man,
here,
today.
but I think something happened to her mic.
Okay,
Unmute your
all
mic,
right. So,
no. I put yourself on the stage.
no, but let's say her up because it's my first time I'm calling it on our program.
Yeah.
So I was just yelling up. Yeah, man. Big up everybody. All right. So I've been listening and one of the persons, one of the male, he has said something we cartel and that he mentioned that when cartel wanted to get up, reach out there and do his thing, he was calling one particular dinosaur and this, that, and the third. I'm not sure if he's still on the panel, but I want to ask him a question. If he's still here, is he still here?
Um.
I think him jump off.
Can you
In
guys
jump
hear
off.
me
All
now?
right.
Yeah, we hear you now, Mellz.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can
Yeah,
hear
hi
him.
Bells.
Hey, Yaned, how are you? I couldn't,
Hi.
I was, thank you for joining the panel today.
Yeah, man, big up yourself and thanks for having me. It's alliance, but I'm all with the Crocs 100%, right?
I
And
know,
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
man.
we
usually in the
love it. We
chat. I
love
usually
it.
support all you guys. Yeah, man. All right. So
I
as
know, definitely.
yeah, man. So as I was saying, there was somebody that was on the panel, and he was talking in the context of um Cartel. When Cartel was trying to break out and do his thing, he was saying that Bonticula was a dinosaur and this, that, and the third. I thought he was still here because I wanted to ask him this question. Or do he think Bonticula was when time Cartel was calling him a dinosaur?
About 35 maybe?
Okay, so okay, and that 35 year will be a dinosaur. He would have been in his prime, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm saying that not to say this. I say cartel. I used to listen to cartel. I was never a Gaza person. I said this to Relis before. but I used to listen to him, truth be told. But I could never, ever, 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 ever listen to him again because it's very evil and demonic. And I said this on Realist platform some time ago. I said, listen, you see the Gaza, it's very, very demonic. Very, very demonic. A lot of people are looking at it from a physical point of view, but spiritually, it's a lot of demonic things at work. You see what I'm saying? And if you're not in tune spiritually and have that discernment to able to decipher things, you're not going to be able to see it. It's a lot of those people that they say about Gaza, 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 and them call him, and of course they are no brand as sheep. They're under a trance and a spell. I'm telling you, is that it's very, very demonic. It's not like what you think it is. That's what he used to keep the people to him. That's why they cannot think of their own free will. They're not under even their own overstanding. But I just want to say something to the in reference what I was speaking earlier about the guy that made the thing about the bounty killer being him calling dinosaur. So Cartel is an evil and wicked person. Very, very evil and wicked. And when he left the alliance, he could have left with grace, move and do whatever he has to do. But what happened, Cartel has to put on other people to feel good about himself. He has a lot of insecurities. It's not like what you think it is. All right, let me ask you a question, right? Let us use rational, right, and common sense. You ever wonder how is it somebody that is so rich and comfortable, why they keep on overcompensating how rich they are? Make it make sense.
Yeah, you're right. I always wonder about that too, Annette.
It doesn't make any sense, right?
No,
Not
it
at
don't
all.
make no
No,
sense.
it doesn't make
It don't make no
sense. It
sense.
doesn't make sense.
Exactly. You know why that is? Because it's not fulfilled. Because listen, you can have all the money in this world and you're vain, you're empty. Money does not give you happiness. Money is only able to fix things for you, can able to give you a good life and all of that. But they can have the best of money and has no health. So I'm saying that to say this to you. When the same person mentioned about the old dinosaur thing with Bunty and everything, Bunty Killer was like in his 30s, 35. How can that person be a dinosaur? It goes to show you that Cartel will step on anybody. It doesn't matter who help him to get to where he is. It only use people and suck people energy to get where he is. But if him think the universe has forget, the universe has not forget. It doesn't work like that because here's what happened. Is the truth? The truth is the only thing that stands alone. It doesn't need an applause. Or it doesn't need an audience. It always works in its own divine timing. That's how the truth works. And something might happen. People might do wickedness and all of that and think them get away. They don't get away because the truth, the divine justice is patient. It is in no rush. So sometimes I ask myself, of all the wicked things those people do, and you're gloating and boasting and doing all of these things, it's only a matter of time because he's not threatened by massacre. That is his problem. He's threatened, right? He's not happy for massacre. Don't be fooled. I mean, I'm not saying you. I'm just an expression. Don't be fooled by the old illusion because it's a Gaza and Cartel's career. It's based upon lies, illusion, false narrative, and what do you call it, and hype. That's what his career is based upon. And notice that you have been keep on saying the same thing. Where is this Billboard 100 entry? Where is this Billboard 200 entry? Because it doesn't exist. So what they have to do, they have to create illusions and propaganda, false narrative and lies. That's what surrounds his career. His career was never organic. And mind you, I'm not taking away what he has contributed, prior to now, because nothing, no is not that you're right there. He has done a lot of stuff, right? But at the same time, if you separate the contribution that he has made to the genre or to the culture, most of what he has done is negatively impacted the culture. Right, and that is not what they want people to see. They want people to see the illusion, just as they tell a lot of lies. They were spreading the same false. Now one of the false narrative that they spread that he wrote a lot of songs for Bunty, right? That's not, he writes song for Bunty 7 songs and only one hit. Don't take my word for it. You can go and fact check, right? So when they talk about false narrative, these people have been running with false narrative from Wapikil still up. right? And then the guy also said that Cartel was saying that, oh, am I the only person with the business and have Benz? A lot of artists was driving Benz before Cartel, S class, C class, you name it, was driving Benz before Cartel. Cartel just came and add to the list because he was able to afford a Benz. And people that has money and has real money, whether old money or
No, man,
new
I
money,
think
they don't talk
somebody buy
about
him.
them.
I never quoted by him the Benz.
I'm not too sure how he came by it, but it's just the point I'm making is that because the guy said on the panel that Cartel was saying that he's the only person who drive a Benz. That don't make any sense. A lot of artists, be the man, the man, all those people at Benz, they don't come and talk about their Benz. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of people have done that way before Cartel. And as you had said, John Wick and I'm not sure if the other person named Starboy or whatever his name is, but he had mentioned about the whole about what Sean Paul and Shaggy did. You know, so them never talk about Sean Paul and Shaggy accomplishments. Them only create the illusion around Cartel and what Cartel this and Cartel that. That's what they do. That's what they strive on. It warps their ego and their illusion. And Carter know what he's doing. And that's I don't believe nothing that he said is nothing is the truth. When they were drawing down and tearing down massacre, right? For how long? Why didn't he not put out a post and said, okay, people, so and so and so and so, this, that, and the third? Why it has to be where one of his sheep, I like he would Doppelbot, right? One of the many LIQ bus that he had. Why it have to take for a Grammy for him to put out a post about who can represent him? You see what I'm talking about? They are not real. They're evil and wicked because they want to get in the Grammy good grace and want to at some point get a Grammy.
Yeah.
Why you never do that when they were tearing on Massacre and Bunty and the other people, them Sean Paul, Shaggy, Beanie, Buju, all those people, especially them drag Bunty through the mud in day out. Because what? Because Bunty stands with Massacre. And it's not about no media. Bunty Killer is who he is. He's not a two-faced. He have his ways and he's a flawed individual, very, very, very fallible. But I can tell you, he is somebody who stands on what he stands on.
Yep.
And him don't
True.
pretend. He
And I,
doesn't pretend. If him do, yeah.
I have a fun fact for the people, because enough people, we hear you talk and them don't even understand. So I have a fun
Okay.
fact for them, just to support what
Mhm.
they're saying. Cartel calling Bounty Killer dinosaur. What does that
Mhm.
say about him? Because Bounty Killer is only 3 years older than him.
That's what I was going to say. You beat me to it. You
Oh,
seriously beat me to
sorry.
it.
My
No, man,
apologies.
that's fine. No. There's no need. No. That's why I call you, no, because I'm a very practical and rational and logical person. And I always look at things from that standpoint. I cannot listen to anything that is beyond that. So when I hear them talking about dinosaur, I said, dinosaur? But I was in his 30s. There's no way, but you know why I'm have to do that? Because him had to, him couldn't just give him that honor and say, all right then, you know what? Body killer is a person, blah blah blah. But no, we want to make my move now. So I'm gonna go. Even if him throw the attacks, because that has happened in dancehall before. You can go at the attack and whatever, but do it in a respectable way. But you know why you couldn't do it in a respectable way? Because it's not in him. It's not in him. It's the devil. That's why I'm calling himself Daddy Devil. And him have all of those demonic tattoos all over his body. But
Yeah,
people who would yeah, go ahead, sir.
sorry for cutting you, but I just want to
Mm-hmm.
add to your point. Um, remember when Massacre and Conscience did have them disagreement in a them camp? I remember the song when Massacre put out. Very respectful towards Conscience versus
Mm-hmm.
what Cartel did compared to Bunting. And what
Mm-hmm.
Conscience did do for Massacre is
Mm-hmm.
nothing significantly
Compare.
close to what
Exactly.
Killer has done for Cartel.
Exactly. You know why? Because it's a wicked motherfucker.
Mm.
Wicked and evil. And you know what happened? Them say sometimes when they see somebody a drone, they must it's like you see somebody now and gutter, they must let them stay in the gutter. Bounty Killer never have to do nothing that he did for Cartel. Bruan Butler, Cartel's former manager, that he was the one who came out and speak, right? Speak. With no stone unturned in what he had gone through to Bounty Killer to help Cartel,
Okay,
right? So
a long time Bunty I defend the young youths. I remember when Buju Banton grab the mic out of Cartel and a Bunty are the one when we put Buju in place and make him know say he he can't style for the younger generation, you know. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying Bunty do it on many occasions, even when him there Canada perform, you know. And him a try make
Mm-hmm.
him artist. When him a close the show and him a perform with him artist. You see when the big belly vlogger boy there, when him again
Me know how you talk, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Roland on the man set and want to take over the show for blinded the artist. You know, see Bunty have to
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, skillful.
The
Mm-hmm.
master, the master.
make him know the mark
Me
of
know
him.
say the marker, man.
You see me? So when me see him do the same thing Massacre, even Popcorn, me see when him even defend Popcorn, Bunty is a person who has attack in mind. So
That's
when
what I'm
people,
saying.
so when people
That's
are
my point.
me I wonder say like when I make it sound like this is like no no Bunty. Bunty been this type of person. And he will never support Tammy. He was say Tammy Lee tell him man about him mother sing much this kind song call him go ahead and all them thing man. Like
Yeah, but you know, yeah, that's true. Sorry to interrupt you, but just to say this quickly before I lose my train of thought. Bunty Killer never had a problem with family initially. What Bunty Killer had a problem with was what he was professing, what he was perpetuating in the dance when he just came in dance, which was a demonic thing. Bunty Killer never had a problem with family, the person. It was what he was saying, was challenging. What he was more doing, in other words, was challenging his utterance and his pronouncements and not the person.
and the
But let me tell
moral.
you what happened. Bunty is one of the person who hold up morals and standard in dancehall, right? If you hear any difference, it's lies. And he has never changed. And that's why I could have categorically state that it's not fake. Whatever you see him talking about himself is massacre, massacre, is that's what he means. Because I've been a fan for years, not just for I've been I should have stated this when I just came on. I'm a music lover. I love music. I have a great passion for music, especially dancehall, right? And reggae. And I listen to a lot of artists. Right. But you have some artists, as I said too, I think it was John Wick I said to the other day, if you remember, because I'd called him on his program. There's some artists I'm just a little bit I cannot have a look of favoritism. So I have some people I love more than others. That's not personal, it's just my own lightness. I like people craft differently. Just like I'm a fan of Massacre, not because I don't like other artists. I just like the way he carry himself and I like his militance and I like the artistry because I like the way he always stands. He's very militant. I give me a bunch of killer vibes. He's very militant. I don't promote, and I'm not big on the old freak out and bleaching out and all type of immoral things. I'm not for that. You see what I'm saying? So, Real Massacre now, I know why the fight is there, and that's why when Bunty Killer endorsed, Bunty Killer never does endorse Massacre only in the clash. Bunty Killer has been saying Massacre now for a long time. Even on some fest, do you remember some fest 2017? When Bunty
No,
Killer
I
call up
sound familiar.
Massacre on the stage? Oh,
Yeah,
do anybody remember this on the
yeah, man,
panel?
Massacre was booked for the show, and because the vibes with him and Idonia, them basically, I say, them can't have the two artists a perform on the stage, and them violate Massacre in a way to me, right? In my
Mm-hmm.
eyes, them violate Massacre and say Massacre can perform and all of them something. And a killer, let's say you're mad.
Okay.
A killer stand up and say, yo, Massacre, you have to come perform. And when killer go up on the stage and call up Massacre.
This,
All
I
right.
remember that.
another performance and then perform the song what they do together. Because
Yeah,
Yeah,
them,
top
man.
rank. Top
yeah,
Yes,
rank,
yes.
yeah. All right, so
Them,
stick up in now. Let us fast forward to 2025, which when the clash was gone. What a change between 2017 rather, and 2025. What a change with Bounty Killer and Massacre. Did him change his stance? Did him flip
not
flop?
one thing.
Did him go over the Salsa Gaza? Bounty Killer has never said Gaza.
Never,
If
never.
anybody tell you that, that's a lie. He has never said Gaza because he has always said that he do not believe in Gaza principle because Gaza is them have a nasty, a lot of things nasty with Gaza. He has always said that publicly. He never minces his words. And he's not somebody who flip flop and him say this now and then him change your mind and him over this and him all over the place. No. And I've been telling you, if you listen to his, if I'm not sure the age group of persons like other than the person, the guy that was speaking, because he sounds very young. But if other people who have been in tune with dancehall music and listen to some of Bounty Killer songs, Bounty Killer has not changed his stance on morals than those things in dancehall. His standard is always the same. You see what I'm saying? So when you find people like that, they don't want people like that in dancehall. They don't want that because the first thing I'm going to say because you're so The IQ is so low, and they have nothing but to say. Their vocab is zero, 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 very minute. Guess what they say? You're bad-minded. That's all they can say. Nothing more, because it has nothing more to bring to the table. All right, and then you're not going to hear these cheap people go and do their research about music. They're not going to do that. They want to come out and tell you what they have been fed, and then everybody's running with it. It's like some herds. It's like a bunch of cows just running. Everybody just going off for the same grassland because they cannot think for themselves. That's all it is. That is what they do. That's what they bring. So Gaza and the demonic system, because it's a demonic, like I tell you, it's very demonic. Their ship, the Gaza ship, is a demonic ship, and and also a demonic kingdom. They keep on saying it's sinking, it's sinking. It is not. It has sink. It's sunk. But guess what happened? It has not fully manifested yet in the physical. It has sink. It's sunk already. It just has taken a time, just like there's nothing that is there in history that has not fallen. Every empire that was there before has fallen, whether into the Renaissance period, or it was in the medieval times, or whatever the case may be, they all have fallen. Rome has fallen. What is this? Look at Gaza illusion, right? Him say that him is a world. People them keep on pushing this propaganda and this illusion and false narrative. Oh, him is the world boss. Is him the world boss? How can you be the world boss and you have a show in Puerto Rico and in San Antonio, Texas, and those shows have to be canceled because the tickets wasn't selling? We need somebody to explain that to me.
Call up man
It doesn't make
and
any
it, nobody
sense.
no want to see him again. Nobody no want to see him again,
Exactly.
and it can have that impact where people,
The
like you said, it's an
novelty is worn
illusion.
off.
Yeah, it's the
Yes,
illusion that them create around him, fluff him up, make him seem like he's, he's doing it and he's not. Cause you can't tell me say you're
exactly.
such this great big thing, you're this world boss, and no high demand, like people who they claim say not doing it are them in a high demand right now. Them I get the bookings, them I get this. The relevance is there for those people. So what happened to you? Like why you only have one show for the year so far? Why you only have one? Like explain to the people. And you're talking about sold out
Exactly.
arena, and you only have one show, which you did that wouldn't not spreading the propaganda if you say, oh, because him the on the show why the show sold out. When before him go on the show already 75% sold out already, but it's just always
Bells,
this facade.
to add to that, right? Just all of this prison hype, it will be just peel, it will just be just going down, going on, going on after. And this is not me wishing anything, but it's just what the reality is. Because so whatever you put out in the universe, it always comes back to you. That's just how life was, a boomerang. Because what they're not going to tell you is that before Cartel went to prison, Cartel was not selling out any arena and any shows. He was not doing that, and they make it look like so it's bigger than the most of the giants. Buju has done a lot of sold out arena back in before Buju went to prison. A lot of artists do it, right? Even his protege Popcorn even surpassed him. We're talking about Beenie Man and Bounty and all these people. Popcorn has surpassed him in musical achievements. The only thing that him have over Popcorn is a popularity. That is what covering. That's what glazing the illusion.
Make them know again on it. Make them know again. And it goes back to what you were saying
Hmm.
earlier. You and Lex was saying the same thing earlier, and I think Black Star Boy touched a little bit on it too as well. Like, oh, we're
Hmm.
not here, and I think the chat also, somebody in the chat said it as well. Like, you never hear Sean Paul and Shaggy them and Buju them talk about the things them when them have the car and
Exactly.
accolades. You never hear them try for.
Never.
It's like him just a try to pursue. Like, why you try to pursue the people them? Like, why you try to
You
convince
know what?
them, rather? Why you
Yeah.
try to convince them? What is there for you to convince them of? Like, if
You know
somebody's rich,
why?
them just rich. Like,
You know why that is, Mel's? You know why that is? It could have been more than one reason. Them say two things can be true at the same time, right? But let me tell you, I have a theory, right? And also an inclination. I believe why he does that so much because he does not feel fulfilled. Let me tell you something. You can have all the money in the world and you're poor because money is just a passage for you to get to enhance your life. But you can also have a lot of money and still doesn't have life. You know what I mean by that? Because it can still feel unfulfilled. Because if money was sold, if money did fulfill every aspect of liberty, right? Why is it that most people that has money that is very rich people, why them usually like, just give up or them just end them just, unalive or whatever. You know why? Because it's just an enhancement. It enhance your life. It doesn't fulfill you. You have to find that fulfillment within as a human being. So you have to connect yourself with natural elements like nature and natural things, high vibration and high frequency to fulfill those feelings. Because you and I can be just regular people. We have no money. But we can, or the rest of persons on the the chat or on the panel, and we still feel like we have a lot of money. Because I don't think he believes that okay, he keep on saying have to be overcompensating, saying, "Oh, I have money, I have this, and whatever." But at the end of the day, why is it that you have to be telling people? So why does it have to be such a constant reminder? Why you have to be always just be pushing it, pushing it, pushing it? I'm going to give you an analogy. It's just like people, right, from the alphabet community. I don't have a problem with people that want to do whatever they want to do. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm just going to make an example, give an analogy. They have a tendency to say, okay, then this lifestyle is natural, it's normal, nothing is wrong with it. They were born this way and this, that, and the third. My thing is, like I've always said, right? Because I look at things from more of a more deeper level. If it is such a normal and a natural lifestyle, why you have to be keep on pushing it on people? Why the imposition? Why the constant imposition and force? Because if something is natural or normal, it's supposed to be an automatic.
Absolutely.
and that's
Yes.
and that's why I can't right it's right, so I cannot
Hmm.
believe at no time that that lifestyle is ever going to be aligned to nature, the universe, most importantly the most high. You can't, because it have to be too much force going on. Anything that is natural not supposed to be a force. It doesn't make any sense. There's no logic there, right? So I'm saying no, it just to kind of make this note to say this. So where cartel is concerned, or Faggy, that's what the correct someone must have called him, right? In his thing, why must they be constantly regurgitating, constantly, so like a recurring decimal? Oh, my buy rose rice, oh, me this, oh, this and that. You know why? Because it's not fulfilled. It's lacking. You have a lot of insecurities. You know why I'm the bleach out in skin? Did they saw the interview where I'm saying the bleach out in skin? I don't know if you're aware of
I
it.
think me did see it one long time on it, but me not remember what him did say,
All
no.
right. I'm gonna tell you what him say. You know what him say? Him say him never like how him look. That's why I'm the bleach out in skin. So just imagine the myriads of Jamaicans who were following this man, who were bleaching out them skin. I think that it was something to do. This was like the thing to do, not realizing that the person who they're following is going through or having a lot of insecurities. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Leading a lot of mindless sheep over the precipice. That's what I'm
Yeah.
speaking of. He's having so much insecurities that he must be bleaching his skin. And then guess what happened now? Him start bleaching. Why is reason for him to start bleach now? Oh, him have a lot of him have health problem, break all or something there, grave disease and some other things and rate this, that, and the third. That's what I'm talking about. So you see, when you find an artist like Massacre now who comes and take his music organically, natural, right? He's not he never have to go bleach out, freak out, and do all type of immoral things to get to where he is now. They don't like that because that's not their thing. That's not the template for them.
Yeah.
You see that? They don't want that because Massacre. And then you know what? One of the things that I respect Massacre too? I respect Massacre because Massacre is somebody who firmly stand up as a man. I like alpha male.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really big on. I'm not. No, I'm not big on weak men. I like an alpha male man in the
Have
in
a,
the in
s-
the sense
have
of
a spine man can think for them himself.
Exactly. And the reason why one of the reasons why I like Massacre, not just his music, but I like his persona, because to me, you cannot force him. You cannot program it. You cannot have him as a robot. He's gonna be the leader, not the follower.
Yeah.
And that's what. And if you look, and then if you, and why I know, because I can see how he steer himself. militant, firm, as a real man, taking order. But he's like a king, leading his castle, leading his palace, leading his kingdom. That is what we need in the music. We don't need, these we call it, these copycats, like what you want to be Tamili. Why you want to be a Tamili? Because it's easy to mimic somebody that has nothing really.
Yeah. And then just to
Diamond
kind
is
of touch,
made. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, and it just to kind of like touch back on what you were talking about, the whole history with Bunty. And Bunty would have
Mm-hmm.
seen that militance and see himself in Massacre at some way or form, why he's so drawn and he's so
Right.
attached. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why I was telling you that from that time until now, he has not changed his stance. And I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how much males you have follow, like follow dance or like in tune like that. But I can tell you, if you look at that time, if you can do your own research, you can see that it has not changed. So when Bounty Killer and all the other greats would have seen Massacre to be the future, it's just facts.
Yeah, I
But
know on
Buju
it.
say it's the future. It's just
Yeah.
facts because they know what they're talking about. They're looking at the template and the fundament or the man. Oh, listen to me. My son is a Massacre fan, a big Massacre fan, right?
Yeah.
And my daughter, friends and so on, they're big crocs and all, all of that. And I can tell you this: when I say that Buju would have looked at Massacre and said that Massacre is the future. And my son is a very funny person when it come on to music. Him love music, but he love the artistry, he love it. And him to the point out and tell me things that I'm like in Massacre songs and oh him look at Massacre as an artist. Him not follow the chopping thing. When the chopping was a thing and the trend, him never go that route. He never go that route. He went to the organic route to build himself. He never follow the chopping and a this and a that because those things are illusion. It's going to fade out. It's not going anywhere
Mm-hmm.
because trap music up to this day has not made any impact. It's all illusion.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I like the way where Massacre is going. I like the way we keep focus and them demonic people that are trying to derail him and get him off course and get him for them gonna program him and do whatever. But I'm glad them say him fully trained. You see them still already him fully trained and them couldn't trick him
Wow,
because the snake reasoned with him so convincingly. He realized him was a snake. Sorry, go ahead. Mm.
oh, okay, no man, continue. And the lineup, me just a look once the regular and the
You know,
dates
you
there.
know,
Yeah,
you know, Annette, we can brag about
yeah.
some things about Killer, where Killer never ever come out
Mhm.
and brag about, right? And Killer out there do the
Mhm.
right things, them. Because people don't understand, Killer is a man who love him country, love him
Mhm.
culture, and love him music.
Facts.
I am and people not understand. Remember when Killer usually keep Saddle to the east. Me not as young probably as I think is on it. But me
Okay.
remember
Oh.
remember the days of Saddle to the east. You know remember what Killer usually do with the proceeds from Saddle to the east?
Donate it to charity.
Hospital and charity.
Mhm.
You see if you want to brag about something faggy, go and go
Mhm.
brag about the things them we are do for uplift your nation and uplift your music and uplift your people them.
Eh,
We don't want to see no blood clot rose rice. We want to see
Exactly.
what you
Showing
do
off on
for
the
your
poor.
people them. And Killer do so much. Killer and Capitan do so much.
Mhm.
And Shaggy do so
Mhm.
much for Jamaica.
Facts.
I never hear them come out one day and say, oh, me build hospital, I'm going to do this, and the water, I'm going to put in all of it. No, you never hear them man they do them something because them do it from a
Facts.
genuine place. Them do it from the
Place.
heart.
Exactly.
Because Cape
Facts.
Town is the next man would do it out of Jamaica. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, the man them did not do it on some level between Killer, Cape Town, and Shaggy. They did it on such a level that it show up the fucking government. The government
Yes, that's
had to put
true.
a stop to Saddle to the east. Them have to put a stop to St. Mary I come from, and them have to put a
Mhm.
stop to Shaggy and Friends because it was showing them up
Yeah,
to
that's
how much
true.
them
That's
did
true,
not do.
Starboy. Yeah, that's so true. And you know what happened to Starboy, if I may add? A lot of things that Bounty Killer do, it is not even revealed. Because it help a lot of people behind the scenes. A lot of people. And I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but one of the schools that was that in built in Mobay from his pocket. Because when the Circle of the East, when him hit one of the Circle of the East, I became more of a 2000 type of Alliance fan. Because I used to like a lot of artists in the Alliance. One of my favorite artists was Wayne Marshall, right? So I was like a bit, was in tune to some of the charities and stuff. I used to, Charity to the East was a show that I used to hear about a lot. I used to, have a lot of revenues used to come from it, which he used to donate. But I heard that he built a school from that same show. Also, money from his pocket. And not even sure if it's Glen Devon and one of them place there, maybe. Not sure if you heard about that. So my point is, whenever time people are talking about their vanity, because vanity, it doesn't last. I'm not saying you're not supposed to have stuff in life. Don't get me wrong. Everything is context, right? So you can have money and whatever, but you're not supposed to get caught up in vanity because it's going to go. But the question is going to be asked though, when you leave, when you come at the end of this life, what did you do with what you were given to? What you were given, rather? What was handed to you? What did you do with it? Were you a good steward of the earth, of humanity, or were you just somebody who was caught up in self, vainglory and vanity and all of the things, the pride of life and all the things that the earth tell you, all the illusion of the matrix. I will live into a matrix, let's not, that is a reality, right? A lot of people don't know that because they're very spiritually dead, but we live in a matrix, right? But I'm saying, Carter is not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you about tomorrow. You know what I'm going to do now? It's when time this old illusion away, because every day the illusion keep on stripping away, It's stripping away. You notice that the arena show is not a thing and it's going to be a bit of fading out, right? And you notice that that's what they were using as them talking points, the arena show. No, them gone out to them makeup, what you call it, something there? The song them when them have the other day on the iTunes. In iTunes chart them no. None of those songs are not doing nothing. They're not creating there's no impact from those songs. But they would want you to believe that them have create history. Them always say create history. When you did your research, Starboy and Dr. Mix and some other persons, I know that on the regular show, because Bigger Bags was on the panel one other day speaking. So so the conversation was revisited, and they said, right, that show and regular festival was a sold out show every year. And then even said before the show, as the show finishes, the tickets start sell again for the other year. So I'm never creating history, but a lot of his cheap vloggers would have been propagating and lying, giving all of this false narrative on creating records and selling out this selling off regular show, which is not true.
Can I add some information?
Sure.
All right. So first of all, when I'm talking about Carter so show, him a headline show. Him only a headline for him date because regular start from the 31st to the 2nd, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on Friday, the 31st of July, you have Burna Boy Massacre, Christopher Martin, and one of the Marleys them, right? And then on the 1st, Beanie Man, you have Beanie Man, Tyrus Riley, Conscience, Cranium, Barrington Levy, right? And then on theme date now, where you see everybody pack up on theme date, because theme date, you have him, you have Vibes Cartel, Chensia, Shaggy, Super Cat, you have Sanchez, you have Mr. Vegas, Third World, you have so much artists like Ding Dong, Shani B,
Wow.
you have so many people pack up from film date. So if them also a him sell out film date, would I beg for differ because Shaggy alone sell half of them ticket there. When you pair that to the Super Cat and Sham Ding Dong, you have all of them people that pull weight, even Chance pull film crowd. And this is why I know said him no they're not regular now pay no 1.5 because guess what? With so much big act on that night, them now get a full set. You understand me? So I can't watch.
Yeah, but remember them saying, remember that illusionists them now. All of this illusionists saying now is bigger than Shaggy now. So don't forget that. Keep that in mind.
Well, we understand. Remember, Cartel one of the people that pioneer social media, from back in the days, with the whole controversy and how to lead the narrative. We don't see God being there, done
Okay.
that. Remember, when the whole thing happened with Gaza, she lead out to the narrative say, oh, your boxer no master name.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole narrative and turn now one hot somewhere around the place. And then everybody
Mm-hmm.
just see what happened to Gaza Kim under the rope. Same thing right now. So he's been the person who know how to manipulate the whole media.
Exactly.
But it's just that now we are in the age of social media now. And which
Mm-hmm.
you actually learn how to manipulate it now. When you're ready, you just send one line over there, so send one line over there, so mix up and turn certain people for spit certain narrative. So we use them now. I just people where in a delusion and I'll say, yo, cartel now, this cartel. We tired of them now.
Exactly. You saw all of the tricks.
Yeah, me must say we see them style already. We feel like
Ready, fully trained.
prison craft,
Mm-hmm.
like a prison craft.
He's a craft man.
Yeah, craft man, we know that.
In full of craft and schemes. Yeah.
So
There's a lot of craft. But you know what I'm happy about? I'm happy about that the Crocs now have a lot of different vloggers and they're able now to can do what they need to do. Counter, and deal with the space and deal with them. Every time they come put a false narrative, they just shut it down. Shut down all the false narrative
but no matter,
and the illusion
no matter how we
and the
talk,
proper.
no matter how we talk, it doesn't make a difference because you have to understand it's when people stuck in them ways. It don't be like I must say Jamaican people are them born up in a thing where me a born labor, me a born PMP.
Yeah,
And
that's true because they're tribal.
you have that type of mindset there. So all you have to do, you just allow them, let them
No. Yeah, man, that's true. That is true. They're going to self-destruct and they're going to hurt them also. But here's why I still say that it's still important for all of John Wick, Dr. Mills, everybody. It's still important for Massacre to still have people on social media to push stuff. You will see a post, you will see that those things are important. Because at the end of the day, when them come, just for example, them talking about the old songs and the iTunes charts, and most of the views are bad views. You see what I'm saying? So if you're not, if for people who are not, a lot of as what Starboy said before, a lot of people into the music per se, they're not on social, they're not on they call it YouTube. So if somebody know, like for example, I would be browsing through YouTube and I see something about views, and that opened up my eyes because I wasn't aware that was happening. You see what I'm saying? So can I change that perspective of someone's mind? It's not cheap people, they cannot change their mind because, like I tell them, on that trance, it's demonic. But people who have common sense and that's rational, they will be able to see it. I said, right, I never know some Massacre no added to regular. Wow, that's very good, awesome. That's excellent. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying when I said that.
Yeah,
It still changed something.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah, but guys, it was good. Yeah.
Artist book out, man.
One book.
Yeah, man, that is good. I'm very happy that him added now to the line. To him, it was booked for the festival. That's good.
All right, and what more to add to that is that you see that there's a great level of reverence for Massacre if the show's already sold out and them still reach out
exactly
and add him.
Right.
Right? Because all of the tickets them sell out already, them don't need to sell no more tickets. So them not add Massacre for the fact of selling tickets. Them add Massacre because they know that there's a high demand for this artist to be a part of the show because them show done set already.
That date,
exactly.
31st. I don't want a new date. I don't add them add one date. I never add them add one date. Because my fees.
Oh, I'm not sure.
My opinion is I feel like them sell out and them people and whole people want to attend. Then they just add another date and add another lineup. That's what me think.
Can I say something quickly?
Yeah, man.
Go ahead,
Bigger box.
So that bigger box.
Yeah, so what happened is them release new set of tickets for Friday. So this is more ticket being added.
Oh.
Yeah, this is more ticket being added. So I'm actually sign up for tickets. So on Friday morning, 9 a.m., they're gonna sell new set of tickets. So even on the record, so last year they sold out 95,000 tickets. This year it came to 100,000. So they're gonna release another set of tickets Friday. So I don't know how much you're gonna go to now.
That's good.
Yes,
That's good.
So it was 100,000, but they're gonna release new set of tickets this Friday. I actually signed up for new tickets. They probably save me from going to Summer Jam if I get tickets. So I might not go Summer Jam in Germany.
Bigger bags. I have a question for you, real quickly.
Yeah.
You can hear me? Big up yourself.
Yeah, man, loud and
Yes,
clear.
I
Go
know
ahead.
that. I know that you're a Bounty Killer fan. I know, of course, you know a Massacre fan, right? But from the history of you following Bounty Killer, right? You ever hear him flip flopping his beliefs and his standards towards morals and all that in the music and as an artist?
No, so Killer is a one-track mind person. For him say something that he must stick to. So if you realize in the music, Starboy says something which like Bounty actually love dancehall and love reggae music. He love music. Bounty prefer Jamaica more than anywhere else in the world. And to him, the music are the most important thing. And he wants the music to do good. And he wants people to do good. But him not, if him don't say I sick and not gonna change, I don't want sick man bring out this song.
Exactly. But you have some sheep out there propagating and showing, lying and giving up this false narrative, but it's all because of him not say Gaza or why I'm saying massacre. No, he has always been
No.
saying massacre from Jump Street.
But you have to remember, say one of Massacre first songs was a Bounty Killer remix called No Big Deal. If you guys remember.
Right, yeah. Miss Ivy last son, yeah man.
Yeah. So it must have been a Massacre from day one, because as you said earlier, I was listening to you. Massacre kind of remind Bounty of who he was as a youngster. Brave, fearless, stand up firm no matter how much things the people say. So I think him remind Killer how he used to stay. So that's why Killer always rate him. And most of the elder artists them rate Massacre based on the fact how them see him operate in militancy.
Right.
In humility. In firm, in steadfast what him say, what him gonna do. And that's one of the things. I'm not corrupt like Foggy. Because Foggy is a corrupt brother, you know. So
yeah,
I just show, as I say, I know a lot more things than I ever want to talk, because they don't make sense. But he's a corrupt brother.
Yeah. I was saying to the guys on the panel, bigger bags, that when Foggy was telling Bunty about him a dinosaur, what the girl was in his 30s. A matter of fact, I asked the question. That's all I think him was. What am I calling him? He was in his 30s. I mean, that was not an old person. At 30s, you're good because Massacre got 32.
Yeah, but the problem, that's what I'm saying. Foggy just him say stuff for me, because him say when his time come, he's gonna leave gracefully.
But him not leaving gracefully.
He also said when he came out, he's gonna sell gold and silver every week.
Yeah. So where's the gold and silver and all of that? And where I'm not leaving gracefully. Why is he competing now with Massacre and the younger persons now? Why am doing leave now? Because remember in the car, Bonzigala dinosaur, and Bonzigala was in his 30s. And I don't understand how somebody could be a dinosaur in them 30s. Bonzigala was still doing good. But let me tell you what I could get bigger bags and the panel, right? And the chat. You see, if Bonzigala did fall off, and nothing was going on, and in song them wasn't doing, and he wasn't getting on the show. But I said, all right then. But you cannot see where I'm coming from, but at least we have a point. But the man was still doing music.
Still doing music as well. But
very good music, and he was still there doing a lot of stuff. I was watching Mount Cobra on an interview overseas, and he was asking him about dub plate artists or him praise them. And I think him said him was like the most requested dub plate artist, and Bounty Killer was second. Although it was a mistake, and him say he was the first. I think the marketer says Bounty Killer is the most requested. And in terms of collabs, so you say all what is going on now is not nothing new. It's just a continuation.
The most collab in the music industry, if you check it,
Yeah, internationally and stuff.
And stuff locally, international collabs and even collaboration within dancehall itself. If you check it, you can't count it.
Is the most collab artist in history. In the history of dancehall. Yeah, and as somebody was saying on an interview the other day that even them never get a individual Grammy awards, but he was nominated in the pop category and in the dancehall category. He was the only artist.
The same night. On the same night for Grammy Awards.
In the same category for Grammy, and he won the Grammy with what's her name? What other name? No Doubt.
Gwen
and
Stefani,
also
no doubt. But they won the Grammy with him, that was their first Grammy as well.
Yeah, and right. And he was also on a lot of other person Grammy project like Damian Marley.
It was on Junior Gang album.
Yeah.
Welcome to
and some other. and him have a platinum plaque for the same no doubt and some other some
Yeah.
other certificates. I remember everything off my head, no bigger bags. So you can see
No
with me.
doubt have a if have a certificate in no doubt as well. And I have a Grammy
Right.
click for the
For the Damien, for the no
with the
doubt
pop,
and
I have
also
a
for
Grammy award, I have certificate. So ladies have a certificate with no doubt as well because she was on an
yeah,
album
right,
underneath it
yeah,
all.
for for underneath it all with no doubt. And then it is the
Certificate
only
with no doubt.
dancehall artist that has 2 MTV Moonman Award and has a
Woman
lot
award,
more.
yeah.
Pop King,
Yeah.
and he won and first artist won the King, right there, top of the pops. He was on
Top
VH1,
of the pops.
BET, yeah,
Yeah, was on top of the pops in
VH,
the UK, yeah man. I
UK,
mean,
and it was
nothing
on
still do.
BET, VH1,
Um,
that what you call
BT,
that, the MTV
VH1,
Poetry Club,
MTV.
Poetry Club,
Yeah,
so many things.
he was been on the poetry club, the Def Jam
Def Jam, right? Def Jam, right? I was trying to
poetry,
remember now. Def Jam Poetry
Def
Club
Jam
and all of these
poetry.
greatness. Yeah, and it was on VH1 too when I was doing the whole thing with, when they
And
have
he's the
him there.
only
And
artist in history have a collaboration with the Fugees, been all 3 and same songs. Lauren Hill,
right,
Frost, and no, everybody else
and
have it either
Wyclef,
Lauren Hill
Wyclef,
or with Wycliffe. So
yeah,
he's the only one artist
Wyclef,
have a
yeah,
collab with all 3 on one
right,
song. Wycliffe, Lauren Hill,
Yeah,
and
and
Frost, yeah.
right.
Killer
And he
also
was
have
when Digi
4
Spell was up. Yeah, go on.
Killer also have 4 billboard at 100
No, I think
entries.
at 3.
I
I
think at
think
3, and him
And
have
number
200.
5
How
are
much
the
him have on
highest
200
entry.
bigger bags?
I think about 2 albums on the top 200. 2 albums on
Him have
top 200.
7. Him have 7 Billboard album, and him have 7 album on the Billboard. I think.
I'm
I'm
have
not sure if it's on.
in come him show him song in Blade, Deadly Zone.
Yes, him song. Yes,
In a
all
Blade the
bag and
movie and a
bigger bags.
soundtrack.
You
A
yeah,
movie
and him
soundtrack.
also come and him song Dead This Time was a soundtrack to in Shutters.
The Shatters. I'm have one from Blade
Shutters.
with West this
And
time.
him have one with Blade.
Deadly
Him have
Zone.
and him have him
Deadly
have a
Zone is
song
Mob
too.
Deep.
Yeah, and him have a song too that was a commercial to a Nike, one of the Nike commercial. I'm not sure if you remember that one.
Yeah, him have one the Pepsi
yo,
as well. Him and
Killer
Pepsi.
him
if
have one the Pepsi, him and what them name TOK. Make crazy
Killer
amount
TOK,
of money.
yeah. Yeah,
Killer
go
have him
ahead,
sample. Yeah, Killer have him sample in a FIFA as well. Hey yo, yellow.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
enough greatness, man.
Yeah,
We'll
FIFA.
forget
Yeah,
him,
so what
but
I'm
then no one
saying now,
highlight it.
yeah, but what I'm saying, but Starboy, like, this is a particular fan on the thing, bigger bags. I think the bigger bags is a crux now, but bigger bags, I was saying that I'm not going to tell about these things. They're not tell all them tell about
No.
is illusion and false narrative. Oh, you don't hear them talking about these accomplishments with Bunty. There's so much more to There's so much more we could have even
Yeah,
talk
but
about, but we can't remember
the
everything on
thing
my
is,
head right now.
they want to paint the narrative like it's one man in a dancer. Last time them come tell you say dancer they lock up with them foolishness, but dancer lock up in a jail with them illusion.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
don't
don't
just look on this now. Massey can't even do book on the same show. Look what them gonna say now. What are they gonna say?
exactly.
What are they gonna
Exactly.
say? They used to tell Massey now getting a big show. Man, so much jam last year in America, and he went to Wireless Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And him a go win a mobile award coming in a March.
Yeah,
So
it's going to
what's some
win.
of us say?
Yeah, it's going to win that award. Yeah.
So but
And
sometimes you just have to
hopefully we win the Grammy. And then you see, that is what I'm talking about, guys. Right? I'm not sure if Mellz is still here. So what I'm talking about, you would never hear them talk about these things about Bunty, Beanie, Sean Paul, Shaggy, you name it. Buju. You would
no.
never hear them talk about Buju album that he won in 2011 for Artan, right name? Rasta Got Soul.
What's I
Them
got
only
so
talk about Rasta Got Soul. They them don't
but
talk
I can
about
give you
these things.
I can give you a little even closer. Just check verses. Look how many
Yeah.
people was on verses. Yeah? And when Bunty King and
Right.
Beanie Man up on verses, the first year they did a vote, yeah? 96% of the people are 90% say Beanie Man and Bunty was the best. They
Yeah,
rerun the
right.
vote, and next year after that, and 88% say this was the best verses ever. And these are American voting,
Right.
These are American was the biggest verses ever, over 500,000 people on
Right.
what do you call it, Instagram and much
Yeah,
more on
but
YouTube.
and bigger bags also too. Remember that it broke the internet, so clearly it was the
Yeah,
biggest.
He
They
was the
brought the
biggest.
internet, and even the White House was watching what was watching the verses that night. And then guess what happened? They end up Bunty and Bean end up having a share what they
They're
call
giving
it,
3% share in
shares,
the verses, yeah.
3%
In
shares
the
in
verses.
verses. So they're not going to talk about these things. Black Star Boy and other persons. They're not going to tell you these things. They're going to tell about the illusion of cartel and all type of rubbish. But
Being on a fixed song on the top 100, you know. Billboard at
yeah,
100, you
man.
know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, six. Yeah.
Six.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sean Paul have must be 19 and Shaggy have must be 15 or 11. And I forgot how much Bojo have. So them a talk about, don't even Vegas have one song at 100.
Yeah,
Cartel don't have none at all.
but bigger bags. I'm not going to talk about that. You're not going to talk. You see, if you don't do your research, you guys don't do your research, you're not going to know these things. But you know, if you see the way them come out one to the other day and bash them and tearing them down on social media, you'd have feel say, well, look, a common artist that don't have nothing in, don't get nothing out of music. If you would never
The
know,
power
if
about
you,
I mean, I'm gonna say something as well, and I know some people mad, but you see the thing what them can do as well. You see, because Massacre himself powerful, but because them know the power about particular have, them can't
yeah,
try no nothing with Massacre. And them know that. And especially Buju come on back them recently. So them even right now them just attack and eat them bread. Them can't say nothing more now. Them just have to talk on them bread because they realize say the giants of dancehall rate Massacre. Just look for Wayne Wonder, Mad Cabra, Bounty Killer,
exactly.
Buju
Being a
Banton,
man,
Beenie
Sean
Man, all them
Paul,
man they say
Shaggy.
Massacre, Sean Paul,
But
Shaggy.
all them say massacre. Every one of them say massacre. Them
And I
know.
think that's
They
why the world
know.
them vex.
Yeah. They're threatened by
That's why them
massacre. You know
vex.
why they're threatened by massacre? Because massacre is moving up to the pedigree of those giants, and even look a
Exactly.
bit
You're
more.
right
That's
there.
what is
That
going
is
on.
it.
Yeah. Yes, and you know, said
That's
the other
exactly
day
where
to
it's
bigger
going.
bags. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. What they want to know, you see, because they know that Bounty Killer have so much power, not just in Jamaica but overseas. Them cannot
Worldwide,
fight
even
Massacre.
worldwide,
Like
yeah.
for them to write off the rest of artists. Them for them to write them. I said
Yes.
Massacre
Them can't do
never
it.
have the talent. I never have the connection. I heard somebody say something in the chat the other day in the chat, and I wasn't really pleased with it because in life you have to have allies. You can't just have yourself alone. You have to have people. You have to have allies in different places. That's how it works in
You
this
have
life.
to.
Because life is not about how much good. Life doesn't reward you of the how much of the amount of good that you do.
No.
Life rewards
Life
you
the
more of how
reward
you
nothing
play the
good.
game.
No,
No,
no, no, don't.
it's how you play the game. Because if Bounty Killer
Yeah.
and those people never smart and they become and they were able to be they become the geniuses that they were, they wouldn't be able to be last out in dancehall for all that time. It's not just about music
Yes.
and its songs. There's a
You have to
lot
know
of
if you play the game
components
and the
to
politics
stay in this.
behind
You
it.
have to know if you play the game, of course,
And the
right?
thing is, the
And
connections that Bounty Killer have black of the scene with the promoters and the people in the industry and the movers and the shakers, them know that, you know. Them know the powers him
yeah,
have. That's
man,
why them can't try nothing black of the scene if in case them even want to. Because people are going to tell
exactly,
Bounty Killer and people know exactly what him do. Them know that, man.
exactly. Bigger back to know the thing, man. Means you're a real alliance person here.
Them want
A
alliance
matter of
and
fact, I
trust,
was
man.
saying to. Yeah, man, same thing with me too. And I was saying to, it was what I was saying to other that the John Wick said, I see a lot of alliance person in the chat. Because I identify them from Goodwill, I know from different platforms, and I'm familiar with the names. Yeah, but you know, it's good
Somebody
to
says that
really.
Jive is in Singapore, the two biggest festival in Europe. Yeah, man. I know.
Yeah,
Me
it
know that
is.
was going to happen. You know. I know that Sika time
I am
will
so
forward.
happy. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy. I am so
But
happy.
that
Them
you
don't
see him do
want this, you know.
the collab in Germany, him and Bones. Cause I know Bones them from Germany. I
Yeah,
love
I'm
to
not
see him
too
do that
familiar,
collab
but I
with
heard
Bones.
about
That's how
yeah.
much I'm.
Did I get him the gold certification?
Yeah.
That same
I
song?
love to see
Yeah,
him
I
do
heard
that
about
song there in
yeah.
Germany with them.
That would be good. That would be good. A big about that early and Chev, Sexist have said this more than once that I would love for him to, they love for them to, for him to have him perform on
Mobo.
the
And the
Mobo
Mobo.
Awards.
Ah, that would be so good,
That
man.
would be so good. Yeah, that would be so good. That would be so
I
good.
think if
But you
his
know,
name King Smart to book him, that would
yeah,
good for
that would be
quality.
so.
That would lift up the place, man. But anyway, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that would
leave
be.
you guys. I'm gonna listen to chat, you know, cause I'm gonna try and talk in
Yeah,
early.
guys.
Mel,
And
Yeah, man,
if
I'm
thank
gonna
not,
you
believe.
for
I'm gonna
having us.
believe it now
Annette,
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
if
man,
it's not
bless
thanks
up
for
enough
yourself,
talk,
bigger
guys.
bags. Yeah,
Sorry,
Time
go
man.
ahead.
time goes
Don't
by
know.
quickly when we're having fun.
And bless up
Yeah,
Yeah.
yourself
it was fine
to
when
you
we're
all.
having fun, but I have to because John Wick goes live at 4, so I do not want to go over on his time. So it's been a pleasure, guys, and it's been real. It's been amazing. Thank you so much for dragging us down, memory lane regarding the wonderful accolades of Bounty Killer. Any fans of Bounty Killer is a fan of ours because it's just the one movement, for dancehall. This is what the revolution is about. This is what I represent, the oneness and the part of the music
Indeed.
that matters, not the part that we fluffed up and we're trying to create this illusion. And that's why
Right.
people like us exist, so we can, like you said earlier, bring these things to the public so they can know what's really happening, versus the illusion that takes place.
Yeah, man, for real. And it was good being here. Thanks for having me. And blessings
No
and love to
problem,
you
Manette.
all.
Anytime, Manette. And I want to big up the
Yeah, man.
panel, big up to,
All right. Blessings.
everyone from the panel that was here earlier. John Wick, Black Star Boy, Sexy Chef, Big Up Bags, Lex, that was here. Big up yourself, guys. Thank you for being a part of the conversation today. I want to send a special shout out to the chat. J Empress, Father Gore, One Sika King, let's see who I'm forgetting here. Diana that was here earlier, Ryan that was here earlier, and just the Rose Thompson, Diana, Sabrina, the entire family that has been with me, since the day one. To my new subscribers, to those who have been here, for a long period of time, thank you so much, guys, for being a part of this journey with me. And just pick up yourself, guys, and thank you so much for being a part of this conversation today. And until the next one, guys, I'll see you guys soon. All right, big up on yourself.